Hello and a very good morning. Welcome to Shop on TV. I'm Hayley Green.
And I'm Sean Crawley.
Together we're Shaylee, and together we have got, some of our favoritist.
Favoritist?
Is that a word?
Our favourites.
Some of our favourite products. And we have
This is a good start,
We've got two fabulous show specials. One of them being a pillow that for us changed the way we slept.
The difference with this pillow is it's got these patented internal ties, and what they do is they keep your pillow plump. When you move around on your pillow, you won't have to fold your pillow over. You won't need a second pillow. The technology in here means, as you can see in this animation, how it keeps its shape. Even when you get out of bed in the morning, you're not going to have to plump your pillow up.
So often your pillow just goes flat, doesn't it? You put your arm under, you are folding it. It's waking you up, you're not having a good night's sleep. Whereas this pillow cradles your neck and your head beautifully. It supports your head fantastically, but it never flattens down. And those painted ties, you'll never see them. They're not purple, they're not pink, they're white, and they're inside the actual pillow. And though you'll never see them, as soon as you put your head onto the pillow, you'll feel what they do. And what they do is give you a pillow that always looks great, but actually helps you get that better night's sleep. And when you compare that to a regular pillow, you know exactly. I always need, with a regular pillow, 2 or 3 pillows.
Yep.
Because they flatten down, I get a funny neck, I wake up with a funny neck in the morning. You can't believe the difference with having Mirelle. Now, Mirelle Pillow's from the company of GX Pillows, and if you went onto their website right now, it's a fabulous brand. There's a great story as to why these pillows were developed. But if you went onto their website, you'll find their pair of pillows, and you've got exactly that same technology, normally $79.99. They have got an offer on. They're $59.99 at the minute. But have you seen our deal?
Our price is way, way better. This is the equivalent to the second generation of GX pillows. This is our exclusive, the Mirelle. You're going to get 2 of the pillows for $34.99.
But only during the show. They are a show special, so they will go back up in price after the end of our live shows. We will honour the price on +1, but then they will go back up in price. So if you do want this fabulous deal, I say normally the deal at the minute $59.99 with GX. You've got the umbrella of GX Mirelle at $34.99. Of course, you split that cost to £13.31. That's the first of 3 payments, and just see the difference. And you do get a pair. And all you've got to decide is what you normally like to sleep on. Yeah.
If you like a softer pillow, go for the medium soft option. If you like a firmer pillow, go for the medium firm.
I like a firmer pillow. I normally have 2 or 3 pillows. If that's you, go for the medium firm. Stock-wise, grab the stock whilst it's there, but do remember, deal-wise, it's only that price for the show. Something else, we're very excited, and we haven't done this for such a long time, and it's another show special, a limited offer, only this price for the duration of the show. This is, when we first had a vacuum for your mattress, we're like, a vacuum for your mattress? And then after the first show, we're like, oh my goodness, we definitely need this at home. I think every home needs this. This is like a true deep down clean.
Yeah, this is about getting rid of all those nasties from your mattress, whether it's mites, allergens. And you're not just going to use it on your mattress, you're going to use it on pillows, sofas, upholstery.
And it's not just a vacuum. No. It's got the most incredible UV lamp, and that UV lamp actually helps to kill off bacteria, dust mites, allergens, picking up that dead skin as well. And honestly, you can use this all around the home. Perhaps your pets are bringing friends in, those itchy friends, and you think, oh my goodness, how am I going to get rid of those? Use this fabulous vacuum. Super popular, the lowest ever price we've had it, and all we will say is, though it is a show special, we haven't got as much stock as we would like. Perhaps you bought a second-hand sofa, and actually that's somebody else's dead skin cells, somebody else's dirt and grime, bacteria. Honestly, clean it up with this incredible
It's so clever,
vacuum.
isn't it?
Amazing suction. And it beats. You know when you used to hang mats over the
line, yeah.
and you used to beat the dust out of them? It actually beats your mattress
Look at
as
that,
well.
Hayley.
And with HEPA filtration, picks up, even the finest of horrible mites. fleas.
All those nasty things that you want to get rid of.
Mites.
Look at that on the pet bed. It's going to be brilliant.
Idea.
That UV light, so clever. The brush comes out for cleaning. So 965,429. It should be 169.99. It's a show special. It's the lowest ever price we've done it for. It's down to 79.99.
And the most powerful machine that we've had as well as a mattress vacuum. But remember, it's the UV light that's helping to kill off the bacteria, the dust mites, the allergens, and picking up that dead skin as well, which also what's the word I'm looking for? Encourages those nasties. They like to eat the dead skin cells, don't they?
Yeah. Horrible.
Makes me itch.
Brilliant deal on that. A massive reduction in price.
Pets, a definite must have. And it's so nice to have clean sheets on the bed, isn't it? But those clean sheets you put on the bed don't feel so clean if you imagine what's actually living. Have a look on the internet, actually, what can live in your mattress.
It's making me itch already. Now, something else that we've got on the show that we've got to mention right at the top, whilst we have it in stock, because when we have this, we sell hundreds and hundreds. We don't have hundreds and hundreds. This is a collagen supplement. This is like a well-being show, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Better sleep, making sure you're cleaning those mattresses and and actually looking after
yourself. Yeah.
Collagen, and I know you'll think, well, why no? Collagen, it's in injections, it's in creams for your skin, and it is. But actually, our bodies, especially when you're born, are full of collagen. It's in your skin in abundance, but it's also in your muscles, your ligaments, your bones. And that's great when you're young, but sadly, from your early 20s, your collagen starts to deplete. And it depletes in the guys and the girls. The reason we show the women's chart is we do tend to lose more in our 50s, but it depletes, and you visually see that. That's when you start to see the lines, the wrinkles, the sagginess to the skin, the droopy jowls, those deeper nose to mouth lines, as everything sort of starts to hang. But then also you feel it in your body.
Yeah, when you try and get out of bed in the morning, or you get up from a low chair and you're making those oohs and those ahs. Collagen is everywhere, and because it depletes, we need to replace it.
Well, it makes sense, doesn't it? Because if you were lacking in iron, you'd take an iron capsule. So if losing collagen is making you look and making you feel old, can you imagine the benefits of taking collagen and getting that balance back? Well, with ERC, look at those benefits. And though we say results may vary, can you imagine getting 1 or 2 or 3 of these results?
Or any of those benefits. Imagine having less aches and pains in your muscles and joints. It could be the fact that you get firmer skin, stronger hair and nails. The great thing about ERC is it's a quick collagen absorption because it's a liquid. It's 100% natural flavouring.
Sugar-free.
Sugar-free and amazing ingredients as well. You've got marine collagen types 1 and 3. You've got hyaluronic acid. Lots of vitamins in there as well.
Yeah, there's some really key vitamins, the vitamin Bs and the vitamin Ds as well. So it's a bit like a multivitamin, but then with just the right amount of collagen that can really make that difference. And there should be another little circle there that says energy. A lot of people do say take it in a morning because you really do feel it gives you that kick start. Now, it is like a supplement, so the longer you take it, the better those results. So if you can buy, and most people do multi-order, especially because you've got the deal you've got, if you can buy at least 2 bottles or 3 if you can, you really will then see the optimum sort of results that you can get. And of course, you can split the cost as well with PayPal.
And it'll only be 1 postage as well if you multi-order across the show. So 460114 is your item number. You'll find everything on the website. If you go to our live on-air shop now button there, click on there, scroll down, you'll see our live YouTube channel. You can click and subscribe and watch previous shows, and there you'll see all the items that we'll be featuring live. Mirelle Pillows, the mattress, upholstery, sofa vac that we've got for you. There's a spare filter for that as well. If you're going for the mattress vac, go for that second filter, and the collagen supplement there as well.
And remember, 2 of those items are show specials, only those prices for the duration of the shows. If you're watching on +1, we'll honour the price, but it will go back up in price after that. And of course, you can join us every single morning, and it's always great to have your company. And joining us from midnight on Freeview, and then throughout the night from ITV and STV through to 3 a.m. Join us tomorrow. We have got Simpler Law tomorrow. So if you have been thinking about writing a will, definitely that's a show you must watch. We've got Cleaning with the Miracle Chamois on Saturday, and Sunday Post Gold for Cash. And then
join us every single night between the hours of midnight and 3 a.m.
Blue Magic on Thursday.
Have we? Is that us?
I think it might be. We like a bit of Blue Magic.
We love a bit of Blue
Join us
Magic.
every single morning. There's always something great on.
And speaking of great, we've got a show special for you on tonight's show. The Mirelle Pillow is a pillow that changed the way we sleep, but so many people we know who work in shopping, television, sleep on these pillows because of the technology behind it. Now, remember, you are going to get a pair of pillows. You'll get either 2 medium soft or 2 medium firm. If you like a softer pillow, go medium soft. If you like a firmer pillow, go medium firm.
Yeah, don't make it more complicated than it is. You know, like, if you like to snuggle into a pillow, go for the medium soft. If you're like me, and I normally have 2 or 3 regular pillows because I like that little bit of height, go for the medium firm. The only difference, same technology, there's 20% more filling in your medium firm. And this is what it's all about. It's all about a very clever technology that's inside your pillow. And though you're visually seeing it here, and you're going to see it in this clip, you don't see it in your pillow because it's right in the middle. It's not purple, it's not pink, but there are these painted ties. And what they do, they've been designed so they actually make sure your pillow will never flatten down. Pillows always flatten down, don't they? You're folding them over, you're getting another pillow, you're putting your arm under the pillow, you wake up with a funny neck. This pillow gives you beautiful support on your head and your neck all night long. Yet it's very much self-plumps when you lift your head from the pillow. It goes back to looking like a brand new pillow. When you put your head onto the pillow, you get this great support, but it never completely flattens down because of that very clever technology. Now, they come under the umbrella of GX pillows. Mirelle is designed exclusively for us here on Shop on TV, but it does give you an extra special price, because if you were to buy these pillows from GX and you've got exactly that same technology with us with the Mirelle, you will find normally for a pair they're $79.99. They have got an offer on at the moment and they've been reduced down to $59.99. Actually, they're $79.98. I added on an extra penny, but we've got them, as you see, on offer at $59.99. Our pair of pillows, Mirelle, under the umbrella of GX, are $34.99. So massive saving from what normally is £80. And of course you can split the cost as well with PayPal on our website. But does your pillow do this?
It's all about a pillow that holds its shape, that you won't have to plump up, that keeps that fullness that you see there. And that's because of that crisscross design that's in the middle of there. When I put this down onto the bed, what you'll see is when you lay your head on here, and I've got a bowling ball, that's quite heavy. When I put this onto here, you'll see it still doesn't flatten the pillow. So whether it's your head, whether it's the nape of your neck, you've got great support. When I take this away, though, look how quickly it bounces back to its original shape.
And there's nothing worse than a pillow that flattens down, not having that support, waking up with that funny neck. If you wake up with a funny neck, you've got that funny neck all day, haven't you? You're driving like this, you've got you can't, it just doesn't work properly. Having that comfort and support all night long, and all night long, even as you move, it's going to work with you. It'll never flatten down. And for so many, it's changed the way people sleep. And when you compare it with your regular pillow and oh my goodness, the difference is quite incredible. And we'll do this live in the studio because on the ordinary pillow, look how flat it's like I'm laid flat on, I'm made to be laid on the mattress without a pillow because it's virtually flattened down completely. And then look at the difference. I've got that lovely lift.
Well, it elevates your head.
Better,
it sits your neck in the right position. This is the great thing. And it's not just if you're a back sleeper, side sleeper, front sleeper. It works for everybody. 385857 is the item number, whether you go medium soft or you go medium firm. The difference between those pillows when you hold them up. I mean, now, this is a very sad pillow. Sad,
cloudy, wet, miserable day, isn't it? And the other is like a beautiful blue sky and there's just a few white clouds and the sun is shining. And you can see instantly
what a difference.
You are going to need 3 or 4 of those pillows. You are going to fold them over. You are going to put your arm underneath. But this pillow, you'll only ever need that one because that pillow will give you that support and lift that you need all night long.
Now, we should show you that straight away. You just saw that picture of Hayley laying across the end of the bed. We'll show you.
We don't need to see it.
We do. We definitely do. We'll show you with the. Well, this one's absolutely no good whatsoever. You can see already. There's a big gaping hole in the middle of it.
Oh gosh.
So we'll get you to lay down. Let me plump it a little bit.
I know this is going to make me feel poor. It is. It's so flat.
Pretty much flat to the bed.
And it doesn't matter whether I sleep on my back. It makes me feel a bit sick actually if I lie on my side. I mean, there's nothing nothing. There's so many pillows. I would be folding this over, put my arm under, getting another pillow. I'd need about 4 of these because that makes me feel
it's
bad.
now lifting up at the edges because all the fillings move to the edges.
Yeah, there's nothing under my head.
You just don't get that when it comes to the Mirelle pillow. So if we swap that out for the medium soft option, straight away you can see the difference in the size, in the loft, in the fill of the pillow.
I can feel the difference.
What a difference. Look at that straight away.
And that gives me, and this is the medium soft that we have here, that gives great support to my neck, my head. I feel now I can breathe better. I felt like I was really sort of clogged up with my head completely flat. I feel like I'm in the right position, like I've got sort of the right body alignment. And it does. I sleep on my back, but you might sleep on your side.
It's not flattening down, it's holding its shape as Hayley moves ahead. The filling moves with her and fills that gap that's been left behind. Your head's cradled, as is your neck, beautifully. So that's the medium soft option. Now, you've also got, you can't see it on that end of the pillow, but on my end of the pillow, you've also got these vents. And what that means is it's an organza strip that runs the length of the pillow. So when you move around, any hot air comes out and cool air can get back into it. It allows for air circulation. So if you struggle with overheating at night, that's going to help with that. But let's swap it over. Don't lay down. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Well, look at that core strength. Now, this is the medium firm option. The only difference is 20% more filling in there.
You see, this is me. Just that little bit higher. Absolute heaven.
Lots of people tend to go for a pair of medium soft and a pair of medium firm. The reason being, when you do that, you've got a pillow that you can snuggle down into with the softer, and then you've got the support of the firmer. So if you want to sit up in bed, brilliant for that
Lots
as well.
of us like a few pillows on the bed anyhow, don't we? And they look great.
Yeah.
But what you've got is a pillow then for whatever occasion. For me, medium firm all the way is just that right height. That's that instant comfort. I know I can drift off to sleep and my pillow isn't going to wake me up. I'm not going to have to plump that pillow or fold that pillow over.
Yeah.
I'm not going to get that funny neck for me in the morning, which a lot of pillows do give me a bad neck, whereas this just gives you such great support. And I sleep on my back, you might sleep on your side. But again, still absolutely perfect.
So just choose which option you want to go for. We must show you and tell you the story behind this because it originally started, in fact, we'll let you sit up now. Come and tell the story with us.
No, I don't mind staying down on that one.
The great thing about this pillow is it was invented by a gentleman who wasn't involved in pillows or beds.
No, he was an engineer.
Yeah.
He was a cabinet maker. And really the story is a little bit sad, but it does have a very happy ending. So the gentleman, it was one of those awful situations, got a phone call, his daughter was at university and he got one of those phone calls in the middle of the night, silly o'clock in the morning, and his daughter had been knocked over by a car walking, she'd been knocked down. She'd been airlifted to hospital, she was in a coma. And she was extremely poorly, she's absolutely fine now, she's had a little girl of her own, who's probably not so little now actually saying that. But when she came out of her coma and she eventually did get home, she was bedbound for about a year, recuperating and recovering. And obviously as a dad, he just wanted to do something to help. She was so uncomfortable. He says, is there anything, what can I do? What can I do to make things better? And she was like, can you just get me a decent pillow? Because she was living in bed, so she was sleeping, eating, reading, trying to study. So her life was in bed, and every pillow she had was not good for any of those situations. When she slept, they flattened down. If she tried to sit up, they were flattening down. She was trying to read, they were flattening down. So can you just get me a decent pillow? And he's like, absolutely. So he went everywhere and he bought the most affordable pillows to the most expensive he could find in a top, West End sort of department store. And none of them worked. So they all did the same, they all flattened down. And he was like, I just don't understand it. Why can't I find a decent pillow? So in the end, he ended up ripping loads of them to pieces. And he was like, well, they are all going to flatten down because every pillow's the same. It's a different material sort of sack and a different filling, but it is a sack with a filling, and that filling is always going to flatten. So he was like, what can I do? And he was a creator and inventor. He was like, what could I do to actually stop the pillow from flattening down? But he just couldn't think of anything. And then he had one of those light bulb moments. He was walking home one day and he walked past a property, an old property, and it had the lintels, the crosses on the building, and he was, hang on, that's supporting the bricks into the house. So if that is supporting and stopping those bricks, you know, it's keeping the wall secure. I wonder if I put something like that in a pillow, if it would support the filling and the pillow wouldn't flatten down. So that's what he started to create, and that's exactly what he did. The crosses, the lintels, the painted ties that are in your pillow actually do stop that pillow from flattening down. So he created one pillow for his daughter, and his daughter was like, oh my goodness, but then his mum was like, hang on a minute, you know, I've bought so many pillows over the years, they all flattened out, I want one of those. So though he was about to retire, he didn't. He developed GX pillows, and that's exactly what you've got here with Mirelle. And it's all about that technology, that walk home when he saw that building, and it's those painted ties that actually make sure that pillow never, ever flattens down.
Always holds its shape. You'll never have to plump your pillow. Your pillow holds its shape. It looks great, but it performs beautifully as a pillow because you've always got the right support. Now, all you've got to choose is which option you want to go for, whether it's the medium soft or the medium firm. You'll get 2 of the same pillow, and it's massively reduced for the show, down to $34.99 for a pair.
And do check out GX Pillows. That's it's under the umbrella of GX Pillows. If you go onto their website, they do a pair, the same as we're doing today. Normally $79.98, but we have got an offer on GX Pillows at the minute at $59.99. So rather than $79.98 or $59.99, you're getting a pair of GX Pillows, but these are made exclusively for us under the name of Mirelle, and you're getting them for $34.99. Exceptional value for money, and honestly, for so many, it changes the way they sleep. How often do you wake up with that funny neck? How often do you wake up because you need to put your arm under the pillow, or you need to plump the pillow up, or you need to get another pillow, or you have a pillow, then you pull a pillow out, then you put a pillow back? This makes sure it gives you the right support to your head and your neck throughout the whole of the night. However you sleep, front, side, back, it will work with you, but it will never flatten down. Honestly, it's such a clever design.
Both options come under the same item number, 385857. Medium soft or medium firm, you'll get a pair of the same option that you go for. And if you want to use PayPal, it's $13.31 on your first of 3 interest-free payments. Something else we've got to mention whilst we've got the stock is our ERC collagen supplement. If you've been looking at collagen supplements, because they're everywhere at the minute.
Yeah.
If you've got on any kind of social media, there's lots of collagen supplements out there. Lots of celebrity endorsements. ERC, for us, well, it's our best-selling collagen supplement. It's a liquid supplement, but if you're thinking, well, do I need a collagen supplement?
Well, collagen, I think we think, oh, yeah, it's in skincare. Collagen, I've seen it. It's in skincare. It's in injections. So, yeah, I've heard of collagen. But did you realise that when you're born, your body is absolutely full of collagen? It's in your skin in abundance. You know, that plumpness when you're little, your skin just looks fabulous. And it's also in your bones, your ligaments and your muscles. And sadly, from your early 20s, you do start to deplete collagen. Like as we age, lots of things change. But with collagen, you start to deplete with that collagen. And you're seeing a chart here. This is for ladies, but the guys do as well. The only reason really we show the women's chart is the fact that we lose more in our 50s. But when you see that depletion, you'll think, well, what does that mean? Well, visually, in your skin, it's your lines, your wrinkles, those lines and wrinkles come. You get the sagginess to the skin, the droopy jowls. You lose that sort of tightness to the skin. You get the deeper nose to mouth lines. But because collagen is in your bones, your muscles, your ligaments, it's how you feel when you try and get out of bed or out of a low chair.
It's those oohs and ahs, those noises you start to make, how everything becomes a bit of an effort.
You feel old, don't you?
Yeah.
So you're looking old and you're feeling old, and a lot of that is down to the lack of collagen. So doesn't it make sense? Because if you were lacking in iron and someone said take an iron capsule, you'd think, oh gosh, yeah, that's a great idea. Get the balance back. So if you're looking and feeling old and it's down to the fact you're losing collagen, doesn't it make sense to take it? An ERC, so many people see so many benefits.
Well, some of the benefits here, and we always say individual results will vary, but imagine if you got any of these benefits. Could be the fact that you have less aches and pains in your muscles and joints. It could be the fact that your skin feels firmer, that bounce back that we were talking about. Stronger hair and nails is something that a lot of people see quite quickly. Now, it is 100% natural in the flavouring. It's quick absorption collagen because it's a liquid. It's 10,000 milligrams per serving, which is also also very important. And it's sugar-free and it tastes great.
Oh, it tastes amazing. And lots of people mention about energy, gives them energy. So a good idea to take it first thing, like we're saying, in the morning and hold out the fridge because it tastes fabulous.
And it's not more capsules. If you already take lots of capsules like we do, vitamins, things such as that, and supplements, it's not another capsule to take. So that shot first thing in the morning, like you say, you tend to crave it, don't you?
And there's so many other great ingredients. It's a bit like a multivitamin, lots of vitamin Bs, lots of vitamin Ds, there's hyaluronic acid in there as well. ERC has always been a favourite brand of ours, skincare-wise, and of course the collagen. And we've got a lovely guest that brings ERC to us. And we've got a nice little clip coming up.
Yeah, Diane's the lady who joins us from ERC. She explains perfectly why you should be ordering your collagen supplement. Diane joins us. Now, your background is beauty. You were a beauty therapist for a number of years, and you still are, really.
Absolutely. So, background, yes, all about beauty, anything to do with skin and health and how we can treat the body and really look after the largest living organ. I mean, simple as.
Liquid collagen has blown me away.
Liquid collagen is, now we originally started to develop this just for skin, and then we had the benefits of it's amazing for not only skin, but for hair, for nails, and for joints. So if you think about collagen, we know over 70% of the body, of the skin, is made up of collagen, but over 30% of the protein in the body is collagen.
Gosh.
And we deplete that year after year after year.
So that can be your joints, your ligaments.
Your joints, your ligaments, your tendons. Collagen is the building block of everything within the body.
And this is the depletion we're talking about.
And we see ourselves as we age, but we feel as we age as well, don't we?
And it might be something as simple as, you know, a roll over in bed isn't just a quick flip, or a get up from the couch isn't as easy as what it used to be. You go for a walk and you feel a bit stiffer, or you exercise and it takes you more than a couple of days to recover. So this collagen is great because it literally, you are going to take one shot per day for 10,000 milligrams of collagen.
Now that's important, the dosage, isn't it?
That's huge, absolutely. So really, there's lots of other collagen brands out there. Some of them might be 4,000, 5,000, 8,000. This is 10,000 milligrams, and it's only one shot.
Wow.
That's the other beauty. And it's in a liquid formulation.
And it tastes great.
And it tastes great.
It tastes great. I've got mine in my fridge. It tastes amazing. Every morning my body wants it.
Absolutely. And when you don't take it, that's when you know, don't you?
Isn't it amazing?
I find I'm more tired. So, you know, out and about a lot. If I miss a day or two, it's amazing how I notice my energy levels start to decline. But when I take it regularly, every day, you know, one of these bottles will last you 3 weeks, 20 days, and a 25ml shot each and every day.
Okay.
But for me, it's part of my morning routine. Wake up, open the fridge, out comes the milk for the coffee, out comes the collagen's taken, the kettle's on, it goes back, and I'm done. And it's the simplicity of it that is beautiful.
It is that super boost. Now, when it comes to advanced liquid collagen, it is about all those results. The flavour is gorgeous, but it's going to help with things like skin, hair, nails. There's so many benefits.
Absolutely. And this is the way, you know, topically, we're great at sort of working on the face area, maybe the hands, but we're not as great with the body skin, okay? This treats literally from the top of your head to the tips of your toes in one 25ml shot.
Because we notice the difference under our arms, don't we, as we age? our legs at top of your knees.
Exactly.
What goes on?
The texture changes, the skin changes. You're losing those fatty acids. The collagen is depleting. So this is a super simplistic way. Take one shot each and every day. And it's the 25ml. That's what gets me. It's that one little baby shot. The measuring cap comes literally as your measure. So the cap comes, it's included. Take one of those, but you are treating from up here down to the base of your tippy toes.
That's incredible, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Beauty from inside out, but it's not just about your skin and your hair and your nails, it is about your joints as well. I've got mum onto this. She's in her 80s. Her next birthday, she's 86. It's never too late, is it, to make that difference?
It's never too late. I have a neighbour of mine who calls it his magic potion. Joe is 86, and he's like, I've run out of the magic stuff, Diane. Where is it? And his wife, Margaret, she's about 82. Margaret comes along. You got any magic potion? I've got magic potion for you. But I think it's that whole, If you find that you are feeling a little bit more stiff, if you just don't feel that you've got the energy you used to have, or maybe you're trying to recover from an operation, you know, sometimes, or you've been on like meds for lots of years, and sometimes your body just needs that boost. This is a great way, a healthy way, because it's packed with type 1 and type 3 collagen, so they're the most prolific and abundant in the body naturally. It's also got the gorgeous hyaluronic acid in there. Now, we love that for skin, but we also love it for joint mobility and motion. We've then got things like vitamin C. We've got B4, B5, B7,
Oh, wow.
B6, B12. It is absolutely packed.
They're all vitamins we hear
All
constantly
vitamins.
our bodies should have, aren't they?
Totally. So all the vitamins are packed in here. We need obviously the vitamin C to help it get all around the system. But we've then got things like biotin. So with your hair, if you're struggling with fine hair, lots of breakage, perfect. If your nails feel really, really weak, I mean, I've laughed now, my nail girl is like, not again. Every 2 weeks she's like, do they need cutting
Why are
again?
they growing so quick?
Because they're growing so quickly, and she's literally like, no gel on you, you can only have polish these days, because it's just like, it's a super thickness. So it really is about, it's about strength, it's about sort of helping to repair and rebuild what's natural in the system through one single shot a day.
One single shot a day, tastes fantastic, sugar-free as well. Really quick absorption because it is a liquid, and for so many, and we always say results can vary, but so many people see results like this. Less aches and pains in their muscles and joints, firmer skin, so that's talking about the sagginess to your skin, on your face perhaps, the droopy jowls, the deeper nose to mouth lines, the lines and the wrinkles, stronger hair and nails. Lots of people notice that very early on. And honestly, if you are thinking, should I, shouldn't I, definitely get one bottle of this. But if you can, because it is a supplement, the longer you take it, the better those results. It's good to multi-order.
If you are multi-ordering across the show, you'll only pay one postage as well, so it's definitely worth doing that. Go over £30 and you'll be able to use PayPal
Yes,
on
if
your
you buy
PayPal
two
account.
bottles of that, over £30, split that cost. But if you can get 3, it is something that once you've taken it, if
You won't
run
want to do
out,
without it.
you will, oh my goodness, really start to know. You'll get out of bed thinking, why do I feel so old? And that's how we are anyhow. Or you look in the mirror and like, why do I look so tired? And you think, oh, I've run out of collagen. It can make such a difference.
460114 is your item number for your collagen supplement, but something else that we've got to talk about on a show special, so a reduced price just for the duration of the show. We will honour it on our +1 channels. However, we have not done this for a while. This is the G3 Ferrari mattress vac. But it's not just for mattresses, it's for upholstery, it's for the car upholstery, it's for pet beds. And if you're thinking, why would I need a mattress for my, a vacuum for my mattress? This has got loads of technology, hasn't it?
Well, it's not just a vacuum. So it's a vacuum. So it's all about getting rid of the sort of the dead skin and things that will be in your mattress and in your furniture and things. But actually, there's UV light technology in this. And what that will do is it'll help to kill off the bacteria, the dust mites that might be living in your mattress, allergens it's picking up as well. It's great on all materials, and obviously on a mattress, well, have a little look on the internet what can live in your mattress. So you'll think, oh my goodness, on my mattress it's going to be amazing. But do use it on the pillows, do use it on furniture, perhaps second-hand furniture, because that's somebody else's germs.
Yeah, you don't know what's in there, do you? The suction on here is amazing, but it's not just about the suction. You've also got vibration pads underneath there that vibrate 12,000 times a minute. So they beat the surface of whatever they're cleaning, bring all those nasties to the surface, and then the suction takes it away. But you've also got that UVC light. The UVC light is going to kill any of those nasties. It's as simple as using it on any upholstery, but for your mattress, every time you change your bed, just run over it. And there you see the 4 indicator lights that are on the top of the machine. It's even got a dehumidifying section to it as well. The UVC lights, the roller, the power of the suction, and that ultrasonic where it beats the base. Now, take a look in here at the fine particles that have been collected.
And honestly, and when we first got this, our producer took it home and she'd got
She was in rented accommodation,
wasn't she? But it was a mattress she vacuumed every time she changed the bed. So she thought, right, I'll test it. And she could not believe what it picked up. Great, obviously, as well for picking up the cat hair, the dog hair. If you've got pets, it's not just the hairs and things. Remember, it's all about killing bacteria, dust mites, Perhaps it's fleas and things that your cats and dogs have brought in. You've got HEPA filtration, which is washable, and of course that picks up and collects the finest of allergens and things like that. And that HEPA filter is washable, but you can also get a spare HEPA filter, which is well worth doing. And I remember the very first time we had a mattress vacuum, we were like, why do you need a vacuum for your mattress? And then as soon as we saw what it picked up, as soon as we thought and looked into what can live in your mattresses, we were like, oh my goodness, every home. And actually, we had an email in from a gentleman who had an Airbnb, and he's like, I've bought it, and I'm actually going to use it as part of my sales for the fact that not only obviously do I do, you know,
sanitises his mattresses,
I do a deep down clean and sanitise my. And if you are in rented accommodation and that's somebody else's dirt and grime in your bed or on your sofa, what a great way to know that you've really done a deep down clean.
The other great thing is it's really easy to operate. You don't have to think about anything. It's just that button on the top of the machine. You don't have to hold that button down. As soon as you press that, you'll hear the power. You can see the lights on the front, and you go over any surface, whether you're going side to side, front to back. If you're on an angle, it doesn't affect anything.
So if you were doing a headboard, and great for things like headboards, especially again if you're in rented accommodation, because who else's heads have been on that headboard? Your pillows, think about all the nasties that are in your pillows, coughs and colds, and honestly, go on the internet and see what can live in a pillow, in a mattress. And if you have got dogs and cats, they bring in lots of little friends that you perhaps, makes me itch, that you perhaps don't want, and those friends could be on your sofa. And of course you could vacuum the pet beds as well, making sure with that UV light technology that you're helping to kill the dust mites, the fleas, picking up the dead skin cells. Also working great with allergies and things. I remember I used to babysit in an area, and it was a beautiful house, but everything was really old.
Yeah.
So it had that
lots of antiques and
dusty,
things.
musty smell, and it used to make my eyes stream.
So if you suffer with allergens, absolutely brilliant.
You know, vacuuming just the sofa I sat on whilst I babysat would have really helped.
Reduced price, really reduced price for the duration of the show. It is a show special. Should be $169.99. It's down to $79.99, the lowest ever price we've done it for. If you want to use PayPal, $28.31 on your first of 3 interest-free payments. Just need that number at the top, 965429 is your item number. If you've seen technology like this, this is the top of the mark. It really is.
Yeah, the most powerful we've ever worked with, honestly. The pickup on this is fantastic. Of course, you've got that UVC light as well, which really is going to help to kill off the nasties that can be living in mattresses and sofas. And if you've got second-hand furniture, oh my goodness, that's somebody else's nasties. So yes, get it vacuumed up. But we've actually got a really nice little clip. Yeah,
we worked for the first time. I think this is the only other show that we ever did with this, with our lovely Bev. Bev's one of our cleaning experts here at Shop on TV, and she was really passionate about this kind of technology. Here she is to tell us a little bit more. Bev, let's get started with all that technology we've got.
Absolutely, because it's not, as I say, just a vacuum.
No.
And I think you do, when you get it, you know, you look and think to yourself, well, I could go and lift my big vacuum on the bed and just give it a quick vacuum. Yes, but the thing is, your big vacuum hasn't got UVC light.
Now, that's,
you know,
that's the technology we're
exactly. It's not ultrasound either, so therefore it's not getting rid of all the allergens that's inside there. Now, how it works, the UVC light, what it will do is it disrupts the structure of the egg, of the mite, or of the bedbug.
Right.
So therefore it just can't hatch out.
So it doesn't ever grow.
It doesn't ever grow, just can't hatch out. So consequently, you're doing it humanely, if you like. You're not using any pesticides, because what happens is they become really resistant to a lot of pesticides.
They build that resistance.
Yeah, absolutely. So therefore, the pesticides then have to get stronger and stronger and stronger till they get to a point where it's going to start and damage fabrics. And more importantly,
I wouldn't want to, sleep in an environment where you've used things like that. Or even sit in an environment where you've used things like that.
Exactly, which is not doing you any good or the environment. So they've had to develop a way to be able to get rid of these things without having to use pesticide. So basically we're going back to the old ways, if you like, to UVC, which will totally disrupt the DNA of these animals and the eggs. But you can't see UVC. Okay. You can see UVA and you can see UVB, but you can't see UVC. It's not on the human eye spectrum.
So how do we know it's working then?
Well, they've decided to be able to put something on to tell you. Now, I want you just to have a look at this at the back when I switch this on, okay? Now, as soon as it gets into contact with the surface you're asking it to clean, the UVC light comes on.
So that's all the technology.
That's all the technology. Take it off.
Oh, clever.
Put it back on, it comes back on. And that tells me now that the UVC light is working and it's helping to get rid of those bed bugs and those dust mites. Now also you have 12,000 vibrations per minute. So in other words, you've got 12,000 vibrations that's doing this to every surface that you've got, because they don't just lay their eggs on the
so they could be deep in the mattress, deep in the sofa.
Exactly. So it needs to be brought to the top.
So it's a bit like when we used to throw a mat over the line in the garden, and we used to beat it, didn't we, with the broom? And all the dust had come out. It's doing the same sort of thing.
It's doing the same thing. And you could never do 12,000 beats per minute. No. But this can, and that's what it's doing. So it's getting deeper into whatever you're asking it to clean.
Bringing it all to the surface.
Bringing it to the surface.
But then when it gets to the surface...
There's two things on that, okay? Now you've got UVC, which I've explained, but also you've got the ultrasound. Now what ultrasound does, it attracts dust to it, and it also helps to get rid of the allergens. So that's pollen and things like that, dead skin cells. It attracts to it. It's like a magnet, if you like, pulls it in. Now it's not only vibration, it's also suction.
And it's powerful, isn't it?
Powerful.
Super powerful.
Yes. So it's all right vibrating this and bringing it to the surface. You then need to take it away, basically. So this is why they give you the suction. So it's taking it away. Now, it doesn't matter if I'm using it in that direction or I want to do the soft furnishing and tip it virtually upside down, or the bed head.
I often think about bed heads in hotels. Or if you bought a second-hand bed, that's somebody else's bed, someone else's dead skin cells.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. You know, you can also do around the base of the bed. You can do your chairs. You could do your curtains if you wanted to.
The back of the car seat, if you bought a caravan, the caravan seats. Sometimes you buy something second-hand and it looks great, but then it always feels like a little bit, I don't know, a little bit unclean. And you can't put those things into the washing machine, but it's giving it a deep down clean.
It's giving it a deep down clean, but not only is it giving it a deep down clean, it's actually doing something to what it's picking up. So therefore, because like in a lot of things like pet fleas and all that lot, they'll hatch out again, you know, after a certain time. But this, as I say, actually alters the DNA structure. So consequently, that stops that from happening. And you've not had to breathe in any unwanted chemical. Now there's one other thing on here as well. Because the very nature of it being electric, it creates a small warmth around the machine from the motor.
Right.
So what they've done, they've actually utilised this heat by it's like a dehumidifier. So the moisture that lives within your fabrics, because when you've been to bed,
that's interesting.
It dries the actual moisture as well. Because wherever you sit or lay, you produce moisture.
You sweat, don't you?
You sweat, exactly. So therefore, you can actually help to dry. So it's utilising that all the time. Now, let me just do this chair a second, because I've done very briefly the mattress, and we've just done a little bit of the board and also of the pillow. So I'm just going to have a look just to see what we've collected. Yeah.
I loved what you said a little bit earlier to us. Bev was saying a friend said, "Oh, I don't think I need one of those," and then she took it home. She borrowed it and saw what came.
Bev says, "Have a look what you'll find," because she had a cleaner, this lady, and she could not believe what came out of her mattress that she thought had been cleaned, you know, quite frequently.
I just got a piece of white card just so you can see it. So I'm not.
What's in there, Bev?
Oh, it just makes me itch.
Gosh.
And when you do look what can live
that little bit
in your mattress, and if you have got pets, they bring in all sorts of itchy bits and pieces.
Look how fine
that's how fine that does.
And that's that HEPA filtration that's picking up the fines and keeping them in there.
Yeah, that's all washable. That's your other little HEPA filter. I mean, oh dear, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
It does make you think, doesn't it? And that's why I said I think every home should have.
Well, it's that dirt that you can't see, isn't it? It brings all that dirt to the surface of whatever you're cleaning.
And it's not just vacuuming that dirt up, it's using that UV light technology as well to kill off those nasties.
The technology that's in there, absolutely brilliant. So you've got the vacuum, the power of the suction. You've got those 12,000 beats per minute that hit the surface and bring all the dirt to the top. And then you've got that UVC light that kills all those nasties as well.
It really is such clever technology, a great price, the lowest ever price we've had this. But do think, perhaps you've got a second-hand sofa. Imagine the germs and other people's germs. Perhaps your car as well, you bought a second-hand car and the seats always feel a little bit itchy. Perhaps you bought a caravan and you've cleaned the whole of the caravan, but the furniture doesn't feel clean and you can't take those cushions and put them into the washing machine. This is allowing you to do that deep down clean with that UV light, with the fact that it does do that incredible clever beating as well, making sure it's moving all the nasties around that are in that mattress, in that sofa, and vacuuming all of that up, but killing with that UV light, whether that's bacteria, dust mites, allergens, picking up the dead skin, which is what attracts all those things as well, because they like to eat all that.
If you've got pets, brilliant, invaluable if you've got pets. It doesn't matter what angle you use it on as well. You can see whether you're using it on the side, whether you're using it directly onto the surface. It doesn't affect the technology. Round the outside of the mattress as well.
And if you're in a rented accommodation and that mattress is, you know, came with the house, think about all the heads that have been on that headboard, all the bodies that have laid in that bed. You know you're getting that deep down clean. And remember, HEPA filtration as well. So for allergens and things, oh my goodness.
The finest of debris that you wouldn't even see. That filtration is brilliant. If you are going for the machine, we would say add in a second filter. They're available on the website. If you've got pets, like we were saying, for your pet beds, brilliant. It also really is easy to clean. So you can take that away and take any pet hair out. You can take the canister off and wash that out. You've got UVC sanitization on there. You've got 12,000 beats per minute and amazing suction. Now it should be $169.99. It's down to $79.99 for the show special. It's the lowest ever price. 965429 is your item number, and it's really simple and easy to use.
And remember, show special means it's only this price for the show. If you're watching on +1, we will honour the price, but then it does go up in price, and you don't want to. You could have got it for $79.99. Honestly, it's such clever technology, but every home should have this. And just to give you another sort of reassuring look into why you should have this at home, take a little look at this.
When you show us the dirt that's in there.
I mean, this is what we took out just earlier.
A little bit earlier.
You know, and these aren't slept on, you know, at all. So therefore, think of what it is when you've slept on your mattress. There's dead skin cells living in there. This is just the atmosphere, the dust that's in there.
Well, our mattress hasn't been slept on for a start.
Absolutely.
The bed head hasn't really been used. The cushions we use quite a lot, but still it is that dust in the atmosphere. I am so allergic to dust. If I used to babysit in a property years ago, and it was it was lovely, and it was an old property, so it had that old sort of smell to it.
Yes.
Honestly, they'd come home from being out, my eyes would be streaming, I'd be coughing.
Yes. Yeah.
So that bit would have been great for me, even if I just sort of vacuumed the sofa I sat on, so it wasn't right in my face sort of thing.
Well, also, if you've got someone in the house, you know, like yourself, that's really badly affected by allergens, and, you know, you want to go away for a few days or something like that, or overnight for work or something.
You take all your little cleaning products, why not take that?
Take that.
Yeah.
I mean, you could take that and just think, well, before I get in that bed, I'm just going to give it a once over with this.
We're often like, it's the bed runner at the end of the bed, and we're like, they don't wash those, do they?
No.
Yeah, the cushions. I remember we had really bad pillows the other day, and you're like, put one of the cushions underneath your pillow. I was like, I'm not sleeping with that. I don't know who's been touching that.
No,
and the bed head, I'm always thinking, and you sit up and you think someone else's head.
Can you remember, a while ago, a work colleague of ours didn't get chance to stay in his original hotel, and he had to book just one on off chance, and he came to work the next day, and I said, what's wrong with the back of your neck? And he got a line all the way in the back of his neck. He says, don't know. He says, it's really itching. And when we looked at it, there was little tiny spots. And it was the bed bugs that had bitten him. He had to go to the actual doctor. I was saying then. He had to go to the doctors and go get some cream in the afternoon.
And there was a big thing not that long ago, and it was in all the papers, wasn't it? We were bringing a lot back from abroad.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that, you know, and on...
Do your mattress, do inside your suitcase.
Definitely.
You know, yeah, absolutely.
So many surfaces.
Yes.
It also doesn't matter what angle. There's no effect.
If you want to do it that angle, it'll tell you. If you could say, if you're not in contact with it, the light will just go out. So if you're angling, so you just think, oh, I need to just adjust that so I've actually got it in the right direction. It tells you.
And remind us again, Bev, what it's doing, because I think if anyone's just turned on, they'll think, oh, it's a vacuum for you.
Yeah.
It's
and
not.
it is a vacuum.
It's not.
But it's so much more than a vacuum.
Because the thing is, we all live with dust mites in our atmosphere.
Bed bugs.
And bed bugs and things like that. They're all in the atmosphere. So to be able to get rid of it would be a bonus. Now, I know your vacuum will get rid of a proportion of it, but there's all the eggs and things like that that hatch out a few days later, and then you're back to square one again. So what this does, it has a UVC on it, which what that does, it literally breaks down the DNA structure of the eggs, so it can't hatch out again. So it kills it from within.
Mites, fleas,
anything.
So if you've got pets,
anything that's living, if you like, apart from you, it will break down the DNA structure of that egg, so it stops it from happening.
Just got to let everyone know there's queues on the phones, unfortunately. So if you can go to the website, please do. The operators will get to you as soon as possible. Remember, it should be $169.99, and the technology is amazing. It's down to $89.99.
Also on this, you've got ultrasonic. Now, what ultrasonic does, it attracts allergens. So that's the things like your pollen that's in the atmosphere, because when you've opened the window, pollen comes in. Also, you bring pollen in on your clothes. So do your coat if you want to do your coat. Any fabric or anything like that. You know, just run over it with a coat. So you've got ultrasonic on there. You've also got, it's dehumidifying, because the warm air that the machine produces naturally by using it, because don't forget, you've got 12,000 beats per minute. If you imagine having a vacuum cleaner that does 12,000.
So that brush is beating 12,000
Exactly, it vibrates.
That's a bit like, can you remember when we used to throw a mat over the actual line in the garden? And you used to thump it, didn't you, with a broom? And all the dust would come out.
Not 12,000 times a minute.
No, never managed it. So it's making sure anything that's sort of deep down in the mattress or the bed head or the sofa.
Literally shaking everything up to the top. But not only that, it's got suction on. Because it's no good just having the vibration, because then it'd just sit on the top. So it's got suction that'll take it away. But the dehumidifying with the warm air actually helps to draw the moisture out of your mattresses, your chairs, because wherever we sit or lay, we produce moisture.
We sweat. We
sweat.
perspire,
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially in bed.
Yes.
That's great.
In fact, I did used to know the statistic of how much moisture we do.
a lot.
Oh, yes,
It's
it is.
quite
Yeah,
a lot,
yeah.
yeah. So therefore, you're helping to do that. So it's keeping it fresh. It's also helping to keep the damp off of surfaces. But while you're doing that, you're doing something with it, because we're going to have such a strong pesticide very shortly, because the actual animals and dust mites and things like that are becoming really resistant to it.
Well, immune.
Immune,
So
They get stronger, don't they?
yeah.
So
And
it
then you
builds the
start to get into places where you're going to damage fabric.
It's such a great product, and price-wise, the best price we've ever done, but it's only this price for the show, so please do grab that whilst the stock's there. And whilst you've got the deal.
Yeah, $79.99. It comes down to $28.31 on your first of 3 interest-free payments if you're using PayPal. So 96542 the item number there. Everything's available on the website. Something else that you absolutely love whenever we have it.
For already.
Oh, we are.
Is ERC's collagen. We were out of stock of this for a little while, actually. We try and get it as quickly as we can, but it's not always possible to get. So we had a very busy show with it the other day. It's the stock that we've got left, so there isn't that much available. And it's all about collagen, and it's all about a liquid collagen. It's all about taking collagen. And you might think, well, why do I need collagen? But did you know collagen isn't just in skincare and injections, which I think a lot of us think. When you're born, collagen is in your body. It's virtually the glue that holds your body together.
In so many different parts of the body, whether it's the skin, whether it's the cartilage, but we naturally lose collagen as we begin to age. Now, this is the first reason we lose collagen, but there's lots of other factors, isn't there?
Yeah, there's lots of things, you know, like the sunshine and things, and if you smoke and things that also deplete collagen really, you know, quickly. But on average, this is sort of an average graph, and we do the ladies, the guys lose collagen as well. We put the ladies in because we do lose a lot more and a lot quicker in our 50s. But that depletion of collagen, if you're thinking, well, what do I know about it? How you know, how's it going to make me feel? Well, look in the mirror. You know, when you start to look that little bit older, those lines, those wrinkles, the sagginess to the skin. When you're a child and you're full of collagen, the skin's so plump and beautiful, whereas you lose that elastin, so you get that horrible sort of saggy jowl area, or even underarm area or above your knees. So that's your lack of elastin, and that is that collagen depletion, creating the lines, the wrinkles. But then body-wise, because it's in your bones, your muscles and your ligaments, as it depletes in your body, you start to feel it when you trying to get
out of that low chair, get out of bed in the morning. Yeah, when you make those noises that you didn't used to make when you got up.
Your body doesn't quite work the same.
Yeah.
So you're seeing it and you're feeling that lack of collagen. So doesn't it make sense, if it's making you look and feel old, to take collagen and get that balance
it out, yeah. Fill that collagen loss back up. That's what a collagen supplement is all about.
Fill the tank back up.
Yeah. Lots of younger people take collagen supplements now. It's called collagen banking, so they get more collagen before they start to lose it. Now, the benefits that you can see from collagen supplements, well, you can see just some of them here. We always say individual results may vary, but imagine if you got any of these. Less aches and pains in muscles and joints. It could be the fact that you get firmer skin. It might be the fact that your hair becomes stronger and your nails become stronger.
And lots of people notice that difference in one bottle. We always say it's a supplement. The longer you take it, the better those results. So I would multi-order this. It's sugar-free. It's super tasty. It's great cold out of the fridge. And there should be another little circle there that says energy. So many people say, it gave me so much energy. So do take it first thing in the morning to give you that kickstart to the day. But not just a great collagen and that right amount of collagen in your drink. You have got lots of other multivitamins that are really beneficial, like your vitamin Bs and your vitamin Ds, and of course hyaluronic acid in there as well. Yeah,
lots of essentials in there. It's quick absorption, like we said, and it's 10,000 milligrams per serving.
It sells out time and time again, and it is our busiest product right now. All I will say is it's the last of the stock that we've got for the moment. Do check your baskets through. But if you haven't heard of collagen before, you should meet our guest. Yeah, our guest is Diane, who comes from ERC. She explains exactly why this is so popular.
Diane joins us. Now, your background is beauty. You were a beauty therapist for a number of years, and you still are, really.
Absolutely. So, background, yes, all about beauty, anything to do with skin and health and how we can treat the body and really look after the largest living organ. I mean, simple as.
Liquid collagen has blown me away.
Liquid collagen is, now we originally started to develop this just for skin, and then we had the benefits of it's amazing for not only skin, but for hair, for nails, and for joints. So if you think about collagen, we know over 70% of the body, of the skin, is made up of collagen, but over 30% of the protein in the body is collagen.
Gosh.
And we'll deplete that year after year after year.
So that can be your joints, your ligaments.
Your joints, your ligaments, your tendons. Collagen is the building block of everything within the body.
And this is the depletion we're talking about.
And we see ourselves as we age, but we feel as we age as well, don't we?
And it might be something as simple as, you know, a roll over in bed isn't just a quick flip, or a get up from the couch isn't as easy as what it used to be. You go for a walk and you feel a bit stiffer, or you exercise and it takes you more than a couple of days to recover. So this collagen is great because it literally, you are going to take one shot per day for 10,000 milligrams of collagen.
Now that's important, the dosage, isn't it?
That's huge, absolutely. So really, there's lots of other collagen brands out there. Some of them might be 4,000, 5,000, 8,000. This is 10,000 milligrams, and it's only one shot. Wow. That's the other beauty. And it's in a liquid formulation.
And it tastes great.
And it tastes great.
It tastes great. I've got mine in my fridge. It tastes amazing. Every morning my body wants it.
Absolutely. And when you don't take it, that's when you know, don't you?
Isn't it amazing?
I find I'm more tired. So, you know, out and about a lot. If I miss a day or two, it's amazing how I notice my energy levels start to decline. But when I take it regularly, every day, you know, one of these bottles will last you 3 weeks, 20 days, and a 25ml shot each and every day.
Okay.
But for me, it's part of my morning routine. Wake up, open the fridge, out comes the milk for the coffee, out comes the collagen's taken, the kettle's on, it goes back, and I'm done. And it's the simplicity of it that is beautiful.
It is that super boost. Now, when it comes to advanced liquid collagen, it is about all those results. The flavour is gorgeous, but it's going to help with things like skin, hair, nails. There's so many benefits.
Absolutely. And this is the way, you know, topically, we're great at sort of working on the face area, maybe the hands, but we're not as great with the body skin, okay? This treats literally from the top of your head to the tips of your toes in one 25ml shot.
Because we notice the difference under our arms, don't we, as we age? our legs at top of your knees.
Exactly.
What goes on?
The texture changes, the skin changes. You're losing those fatty acids. The collagen is depleting. So this is a super simplistic way. Take one shot each and every day. And it's the 25ml. That's what gets me. It's that one little baby shot. The measuring cap comes literally as your measure. So the cap comes, it's included. Take one of those, but you are treating from up here down to the base of your tippy toes.
That's incredible, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Beauty from inside out, but it's not just about your skin and your hair and your nails, it is about your joints as well. I've got mum onto this. She's in her 80s. Her next birthday, she's 86. It's never too late, is it, to make that difference?
It's never too late. I have a neighbour of mine who calls it his magic potion. Joe is 86, and he's like, I've run out of the magic stuff, Diane. Where is it? And his wife, Margaret, so she's about 82. Margaret comes along, you got any magic potion? I've got magic potion for you. But I think it's that whole, if you find that you are feeling a little bit more stiff, if you just don't feel that you've got the energy you used to have, or maybe you're trying to recover from an operation, you know, sometimes, or you've been on like meds for lots of years, and sometimes your body just needs that boost. This is a great way, a healthy way, because it's packed with type 1 and type 3 collagen, so they're the most prolific and abundant in the body naturally. It's also got the gorgeous hyaluronic acid in there. Now, we love that for skin, but we also love it for joint mobility and motion. We've then got things like vitamin C. We've got B4, B5, B7,
oh, wow.
B6, B12. It is absolutely packed.
They're all vitamins we hear
all
constantly
vitamins.
Our bodies should have, aren't they?
Totally. So all the vitamins are packed in here. We need obviously the vitamin C to help it get all around the system. But we've then got things like biotin. So with your hair, if you're struggling with fine hair, lots of breakage, perfect. If your nails feel really, really weak, I mean, I've laughed now, my nail girl is like, not again. Every 2 weeks she's like, do they need cutting
Why are
again?
they growing so quick?
Because they're growing so quickly, and she's literally like, no gel on you, you can only have polish these days, because it's just like, it's a super thickness. So it really is about, it's about strength, it's about sort of helping to repair and rebuild what's natural in the system through one single shot a day.
It's about getting that balance back. If you're lacking in iron, you'd take an iron capsule. It makes sense. So when you're losing collagen, it's making you look and feel old. It makes sense to take it. And these are the benefits that you might see. And we always say individual results may vary. But if you've got 1 or 2 or 3 of these,
or
less
any,
aches and pains, in your muscles and joints, firmer skin, so visually perhaps looking that little bit younger, and stronger hair and nails. That's one that a lot of people notice very quickly.
460114 is your item number. Do multi-order. The longer you take it, the better the results you will see, as
like
with any supplement. Something else that is on a show special for you, it's a back in stock. We haven't had this for a long time, is the G3 Ferrari. Now, this is a mattress vac, but it's so much more, isn't it? It's mattresses, it's upholstery, it's pet beds, and it's not just a vacuum.
Yeah, it's so much more than a vacuum. It also beats, so it's a bit like when we used to throw the mats over the line. You used to beat the dust out, so it's beating that mattress, so it's getting deep down into the mattress.
Brings all the nasty stuff to the surface.
But the real secret is the UVC light, and that actually is going to help to kill bacteria, kill dust mites. Perhaps you've got pets, fleas and things like that, and also getting up the horrible allergens. Perhaps you've got allergies, and perhaps dead skin. That's what the dust mites and things like to live off. And they're all things, if you go onto the internet and see what can live in your mattress, what could be in your pillow, you'll understand why every home needs one of these. And for us, the absolute #1 out of mattress vacuums, because the suction and that UV light is so close.
And 12,000 beats per minute when it's beating the surface to bring all those nasties to the surface. It's really lightweight, it's really easy to use. Touch of a button, you hold it on and you are good to go.
And a nice long cord as well.
Yes, 5
and
metres.
When you change your sheets, it's nice to have a clipped clean sheets, isn't it? It's the best night when you get into bed and your sheets are clean. But then when you think, actually, all the dirt and grime is still in my mattress. Every time you clean your sheets, vacuum that mattress, and you'll be blown away what you'll find comes out of it.
Let's take a look at in action from a previous show. We were lucky enough to launch this with our very good friend and cleaning expert, Bev. Bev, let's get started with all that technology we've got.
Absolutely, because it's not, as I say, just a vacuum.
No.
And I think you do, when you get it, you know, you look and think to yourself, well, I could go and lift my big vacuum on the bed and just give it a quick vacuum. Yes, but the thing is, your big vacuum hasn't got UVC light.
Now, that's,
you know,
that's the technology we're
exactly. It's not ultrasound either, so therefore it's not getting rid of all the allergens that's inside there. Now, how it works, the UVC light, what it will do is it disrupts the structure of the egg, of the mite, or of the bedbug.
Right.
So therefore it just can't hatch out.
So it doesn't ever grow.
It doesn't ever grow, just can't hatch out. So consequently, you're doing it humanely, if you like. You're not using any pesticides, because what happens is they become really resistant to a lot of pesticides.
They build that resistance.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So therefore, the pesticides then have to get stronger and stronger and stronger till they get to a point where it's going to start and damage fabrics. And more importantly,
I wouldn't want to, sleep in an environment where you've used things like that. Or even sit in an environment where you've used things like that.
Exactly, which is not doing you any good or the environment. So they've had to develop a way to be able to get rid of these things without having to use pesticide. So basically, we're going back to the old ways, if you like, to UVC, which will totally disrupt the DNA of these these animals and the eggs. But you can't see UVC.
Okay.
You can see UVA and you can see UVB, but you can't see UVC. It's not on the human eye spectrum.
So how do we know it's working then?
Well, they've decided to be able to put something on to tell you. Now, I want you just to have a look at this at the back when I switch this on, okay? Now, as soon as it gets into contact with the surface you're asking it to clean, the UVC light comes on.
So that's all the technology.
That's all the technology. Take it off.
Oh, clever.
Put it back on, it comes back on. And that tells me now that the UVC light is working and it's helping to get rid of those bed bugs and those dust mites. Now also you have 12,000 vibrations per minute. So in other words, you've got 12,000 vibrations that's doing this to every surface that you've got, because they don't just lay their eggs on the
so they could be deep in the mattress, deep in the sofa.
Exactly. So it needs to be brought to the top.
It's a bit like when we used to throw a mat over the line in the garden, and we used to beat it, didn't we, with the broom, and all the dust had come out. It's doing the same sort of thing.
It's doing the same thing. And you could never do 12,000 beats per minute. No. But this can, and that's what it's doing. So it's getting deeper into whatever you're asking it to clean.
Bringing it all to the surface.
Bringing it to the surface.
But then when it gets to the surface...
There's two things on that, okay? Now you've got UVC, which I've explained, but also you've got the ultrasound. Now what ultrasound does, it attracts dust to it, and it also helps to get rid of the allergens. So that's pollen and things like that, dead skin cells. It attracts to it. It's like a magnet, if you like, pulls it in. Now it's not only vibration, it's also suction.
And it's powerful, isn't it?
Powerful.
Super powerful.
Yes. So it's all right vibrating this and bringing it to the surface. You then need to take it away, basically. So this is why they give you the suction. So it's taking it away. Now, it doesn't matter if I'm using it in that direction or I want to do the soft furnishing and tip it virtually upside down, or the bed head.
I often think about bed heads in hotels. Or if you bought a second-hand bed, that's somebody else's bed, someone else's dead skin cells.
Absolutely. And that's what happens. You know, you can also do around the base of the bed. You can do your chairs. You could do your curtains if you wanted to.
The back of the car seat, if you bought a caravan, the caravan seats. Sometimes you buy something second-hand and it looks great, but then it always feels like a little bit, I don't know, a little bit unclean. And you can't put those things into the washing machine, but it's giving it a deep down clean.
It's giving it a deep down clean, but not only is it giving it a deep down clean, it's actually doing something to what it's picking up. So therefore, because like in a lot of things like pet fleas and all that lot, they'll hatch out again, you know, after a certain time. But this, as I say, actually alters the DNA structure. So consequently, that stops that from happening. And you've not had to breathe in any unwanted chemical. Now there's one other thing on here as well. Because the very nature of it being electric, it creates a small warmth around the machine from the motor.
Right.
So what they've done, they've actually utilised this heat by it's like a dehumidifier. So the moisture that lives within your fabrics, because when you've been to bed,
that's interesting.
It dries the actual moisture as well. Because wherever you sit or lay, you produce moisture.
You sweat, don't you?
You sweat, exactly.
That's
so therefore,
brilliant.
you can actually help to dry. So it's utilising that all the time. Now, let me just do this chair a second, because I've done very briefly the mattress, and we've just done a little bit of the bed board and also of the pillow. So I'm just going to have a look just to see what we've collected.
I loved what you said a little bit earlier to us. Bev was saying a friend said, "Oh, I don't think I need one of those," and then she took it home, she borrowed it and saw what came out.
Bev says, have a look what you'll find. Because she had a cleaner, this lady, and she could not believe what came out of her mattress that she thought had been cleaned, you know, quite frequently.
I just got a piece of white card just so you can see it. So I'm not...
What's in there, Bev?
Oh, it just makes me itch.
Gosh.
And when you do look what
And
can
that's just
live
from that little bit
in your mattress,
Yeah.
and if you have got pets,
Oh.
they bring in all
Excuse me,
sorts of
Alice.
itchy bits and pieces.
Look how fine that is.
That's how fine that does.
And that's that HEPA filtration that's picking up the fines
that's
and
all
keeping
washing.
them in there.
Yeah, that's all washable. That's your other little HEPA filter. I mean, oh dear, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
It makes you itch, doesn't it? Oh my word, when you think about what could be living in that mattress, in that sofa. That sofa was second-hand, somebody else's germs, or perhaps the dogs have brought something itchy in and you can't get rid. Honestly, every home, I think, should have this. And of course, price-wise, our lowest ever price.
This has got so much technology in there. $169.99 is the price. It should be down to $79.99 at the lowest ever price. And with PayPal paying 3, just $28.31 on your first of 3 payments. It's all available on the website for you. shopontv.co.uk. When you go to the live shows, scroll down. You'll see everything we've got. The Mirelle pillows on a show special. We'll tell you about those in a moment. The mattress vac, which is so much more than a vac and so much more than for just your mattresses.
Everybody that's bought the mattress vac as well has gone for the extra filter.
Yes.
Well worth doing that, and you've all done that this morning, because whilst you're washing one HEPA filter, you've got another one to go straight in. And honestly, that suction, the fact it beats to get the things that are really deep down lifted, the suction will pick up, but it's the UV light that actually kills off those horrible dust mites. Of course, you're picking up allergens, and think about the fleas and things the animals bring in. Check your baskets through. Every home should definitely have one. But stay with us. We've got so many more great products to show you, so don't go anywhere.
We'll be back in just a couple of seconds to show you all about our show specials. We'll see you then.
Hello and a very good morning. Welcome to Shop on TV. I'm Hayley Green.
And I'm Sean Crawley.
Together with Shaylee, and together we've got a show that is full of products that we absolutely love. We've got show specials, so the deals are only available during the shows. And one of those show deals is on a pillow that for so many has changed the way they sleep. You get a pair of pillows, and you have got an option. We'll tell you about that. But it's the secret of what is inside that pillow.
This design that you see here, this crisscross design, is in the middle of the pillow. It's not pink, it's not purple. It's slightly shorter, those patented ties. So it'll mean that you'll never need to plump your pillow. You'll never need to fold it over. You'll never need a second pillow because it always holds its shape.
Very clever technology, because every pillow flattens down. We always are getting another pillow, or you're putting your arm under the pillow. But this pillow gives you perfect support to your head and your neck all night long, whether you sleep on your front, your back or your sides. It won't flatten down at any point. When you lift your head up, it plumps itself completely. And this pillow, for so many, has changed the way people sleep, because I think we all struggle. How many pillows have you bought over the years? We all struggle finding a decent pillow.
Look at the shape that it'll hold. It'll fit any standard pillowcase. If you compare this with a regular pillow, and we did just that in an earlier show, look at the difference on that ordinary pillow that we can see there, where your head's got no elevation, no support, compared to the Mirelle luxury suspension pillow. Now, you are getting 2 of these pillows for the price you see on the screen, and newly reduced as a show special, so 2 pillows for $34.99. Now, you do have 2 options. You've got a medium soft or a medium firm.
And don't make it more complicated than it is. If you like to snuggle down into a pillow, go for the medium soft. If you know you like a softer pillow, medium soft is for you. They both have the same technology, but if you're like me and do like a firmer pillow, perhaps you have 2 or 3 pillows normally, go for the medium firm. The only difference, same technology, you know, all the same materials, but the medium firm has got 20% more filling. Now, Mirelle pillows, they're designed exclusively for us from the GX Pillow Company. So they're under that umbrella, and if you go onto GX Pillow's website, you will find you can buy a pair of GX pillows, just the same as our Mirelle pillows this morning, and normally they would be $79.98. Now they have got a special on. $59.99 is your price for your pair. However, our price for a pair of Mirelle pillows, which are under the GX brand, you've got them at $34.99. It's only for the show. It's a show special. It will go back up after the show. We'll honour the price on +1, but please remember it will then go back up in price. And elsewhere, I say with GX, you are talking $59.99.
And all the features are the same. This is the second generation of Mirelle Pillow. It's 100% cotton outer. It's got a breathable strip in the end, so you get 2 of them for $34.99. Use PayPal Pay in 3, just $13.31 on your first of 3 interest-free payments. 385857 is your item number. Something else we've got on a show special, which has already been busy because it's on a show special price, a lowest ever price. And it's so much more than the details that you see on the screen, because it says it's a mattress vacuum, but it's for mattresses, for sofas, for upholstery, but it's not just a vacuum.
It's so much more than a vacuum. What it also has is UVC light, and that lamp, that UV lamp, actually helps to kill off bacteria, dust mites, perhaps fleas that the dogs and cats have brought in. It picks up allergens. Perhaps you suffer with allergies. It's going to pick up the dead skin, and it beats the mattress as well. 12,000 vibrations per minute. So any of those dust mite eggs that are deep down in the mattress, it makes sure it
brings it all to the surface, doesn't it?
So you can then, with the great suction, vacuum all those nasties up. So working with all those different technologies, allowing you to very much sort of sanitise those areas and those things you can't put into the washing machine.
Yeah, if you suffer with allergies, these kind of machines are absolutely brilliant.
And if you've bought second-hand items, a second-hand sofa, second-hand car, you can clean the car outside and sort of the dashboard and things, but perhaps the seats feel a little bit itchy. Or you bought a caravan, and again, you've cleaned the whole of the caravan, but the cushions...
Upholstery is difficult, isn't it?
It feels a little bit dirty. Honestly, you will absolutely love this.
This has got the most technology we've ever seen in a mattress vacuum, because you've got 12,000 beats per minute, and you've got the UVC light on there to kill all those nasties. And remember, with those beats per minute, those vibrations, it brings everything to the surface. Look how fine the dirt particles are. You've got HEPA filtration in there, as we were saying. It comes with a HEPA filter included. If you want a second one, it's just at the bottom of the screen there. If you've got pets, invaluable. The brush bar is removable, so you can clean that really easily. The dirt canister, you can also remove that and rinse it, so it's really easy to clean the machine as well. And at this price, it should be $169.99. It's got £90 off the original price.
The most powerful mattress vac, I should say, that we've ever had. So please, whilst we've got the stock back in stock, and whilst you've got the best ever price, I think every home should have one of these. But if you have got, we had, when we first did at one of our shows, a gentleman emailed in, he'd bought this Airbnb, and he was going to use it as a sales technique, because he was like, I can really say that I'm sanitising as well the mattress. I'm using that UV technology to kill off the bacteria. And do go on the internet, actually, and look at dust mites in a mattress. Go and have a little look what can live in your mattress. And it's so nice to have clean sheets, isn't it? But they don't feel quite so clean when you know what could be in your mattress. So when you change the sheets, vacuum that mattress, and honestly, the difference, well, you'll see, because you'll see it being picked up in that dirt canister. But order that, split that cost as well with PayPal. So 965429 is your item number. Now, that's a show special. The next item is the last of our stock at the moment. It's something that we've had out of stock, actually, for a little while. We had it back in stock last week, and it absolutely flew. So this is what stock we've got left. It's a collagen supplement from ERC, and collagen, gosh, it's virtually the glue that holds our body together. And
you'll see lots of collagen supplements out there at the moment, really big on social media, lots of celebrities endorsing collagen. The reason we love ERC is it's a liquid supplement, but everybody needs a collagen supplement, believe it or not, because from our mid-20s, the collagen in our body, in our skin, in our bones, in our cartilage, it depletes. It naturally depletes from our mid-20s. So once we lose something, we need to replace it.
Well, you might think, what difference does it make? Do I know that I'm losing collagen? Well, and it's women and men. We'd show you the ladies' chart because we lose more in our 50s. But you visually see it in the mirror. When you look in the mirror, you start to see your skin starts to sag. You get droopy jowls, you get deeper nose to nose to mouth lines, you get lines and wrinkles. That's your lack of collagen, your depletion of collagen. In your body, because it's in your bones, your muscles, your ligaments, you feel old when you get out of a low chair or get up from gardening and things like that. So doesn't it make sense if you're losing collagen like you're seeing on that chart and it's making you look and feel old, doesn't it make sense to try and get that balance back, to fill that tank back up with collagen and take collagen? And honestly, for so many, it has given people so many benefits. ERC's collagen, when you look at the benefits people find, and we always say results will vary, but can you imagine getting 1 or 2 or 3 of these? Less aches and pains in muscles and joints.
Yeah, it could be the fact that your skin becomes firmer, that elasticity, that bounce back to the skin.
So younger looking skin.
Stronger hair and nails. If you got any of these, and we always say again, individual results will vary, but if you got all of them, you'd be over the moon. Now, this is a liquid collagen, so it's quick absorption. It's 100% natural flavouring.
Sugar-free.
Sugar-free, yeah.
It tastes
and really
fantastic.
tasty.
And there should be another circle there saying energy. If I could give you any advice, I'd put it in the fridge because it's great cold out the fridge, but I'd get into the habit of taking it every morning because for so many people they say it gives them energy. And remember, it's a bit like a multivitamin. You've got that right amount of collagen, but you've also got vitamin C, you've got hyaluronic acid, you've got vitamin Bs and vitamin Ds. So you've got the real key vitamins that are so beneficial. So remember, stock-wise, it is the last of the stock. We're double figures. That's all we've got. So I think we will sell out of that tonight. Most people multi-order because, like any supplement, the longer you take it, the better those results. You'll get the optimum results. So rather than getting 1 bottle, I would at least get 2 if you can get 3, especially with the price you've got. And again, once you start taking it, I know it sounds crazy, but you'll really appreciate what it does for you when you've run out.
Yeah.
Because you'll start to notice looking tired again, feeling old again. That's what we're like.
Yeah.
So honestly, I would get at least 2 bottles.
And if you are multi-ordering, you'll only pay 1 postage, so it's definitely worth doing it right now.
And you can use PayPal if you're ordering on
yeah,
the website.
over £30 you'll be able to use PayPal Pay in 3 if you're ordering on the website. The website, the easiest way to find everything, shopontv.co.uk. Go to the live on air button, you'll see our live YouTube feed there. You can watch previous shows if you click and subscribe, and you can see all the items we've got available on the show, 2 of which are on show special prices. Now, already massively busy on our deal for the pillows, and we've got to get back to these pillows. It's such a clever design because this crisscross design that you see that we've put on top of our pillow is actually in the middle, and it's a suspension system. So what that means is your pillow holds its shape. You don't have to plump it up.
You'll never see those crosses. They're not purple, they're not pink. They're inside your pillow. You'll never see them, but you'll feel the benefit of them when you put your head onto the pillow, because you get great support for your head and your neck all night long, however you sleep, your front, your back or your side. But what you'll find is this is like no other pillow. It doesn't flatten down. You don't have to put your arm under the pillow. You don't wake up and have to try and plump your pillow up. You don't get another pillow. Perhaps you're swapping pillows all night. You're bringing a pillow in, you're taking a pillow out. This will give you that perfect support all night long. And when you lift your head off the pillow, it self-plumps. And it's all down to that very clever, the painted ties inside. So you've got a pillow that, as you can see here, gives you fantastic support. So for me, and we've bought so many pillows over the years, how often do you wake up with that funny neck because you haven't had support for your neck? How often do you wake up because you feel the pillow is completely flat and you're trying to puff the pillow back up? That pillow never flattens down. Such clever technology.
Great technology. It's also 100% cotton on the outer. If you look down this end of the pillow, there's an organza strip here, Hayley. So what this means, this is the latest generation of the Mirelle Pillow. It means any hot air that's inside can get out, cool air can get in, and it circulates. So it means you won't overheat. You're not always looking for the cool spot with your pillow. It is about the shape and the design, and compared to a regular pillow, if you've got one of those value pillows that you buy because it's 4 for £20, something like that, it goes completely flat and there's no support. It doesn't elevate your head, so it's not only your head, it's also the neck's in the wrong position.
Yeah, I may as well be laying flat on the mattress because that pillow isn't supporting me. You can virtually see I look uncomfortable, and I do feel uncomfortable being so flat. With the Mirelle Pillow, it gives you that lovely lift. You feel you've got the right body alignment. I feel I'm breathing better. And the great thing is you have got technology that's been around for a few years now. It's under the umbrella of GX pillows, and GX pillows were, and we'll explain the story behind those, actually design the Mirelle Pillow exclusively for us here on Shop on TV. And they do that because they allow us then to have really extra special prices. If you went to GX, you could buy a pair and they give you the same option. You get a pair of medium soft, or you can get a pair of medium firm. You'll find normally for a pair of GX pillows, they're $79.98. They have got an offer on at the minute, and it's $59.99. However, our deal right now, you have got that same technology, that same design of pillows, just under the name of Mirelle, for $34.99. It is a show special, so it's only available at this price for the duration of the show. We will honour the price on +1, but it will then go back up in price. And you will curse if you don't buy these and you end up sleeping a few more nights on pillows like this, because this looks like a sad, miserable, rainy day pillow, doesn't it? That pillow is not going to give you a good night's sleep. But that other pillow, the Mirelle Pillow, look how it holds its shape. It doesn't flop down, and it will always hold its shape all night long.
We should show you the difference it actually makes when you sleep or lay down on these pillows. Hayley has kindly volunteered to show everyone at home, and then we will tell you the story behind Mirelle, why it was actually invented.
And remember, don't make it more complicated than it is. When you see you've got an option, if you like a softer pillow, if you like to snuggle into a pillow, go for the medium soft.
Yep.
If you like a firmer pillow, I like 2 or 3 pillows, regular pillows. I only have one of the Mirelle. But if you normally have a few pillows, go for the medium firm. Same technology, same material, everything is the same, apart from the medium firm has got 20% more fill-in. And actually, you'll see this in this demonstration, though the first bit...
So we're going to get Hayley to lay down on this pillow that we're showing you. It could be one of those value pillows from the supermarket, maybe from one of the mill stores that are out there. But I've tried to plump that up a little bit. It's all clumped up. But as soon as you put any weight down on a pillow like this, it flattens to the bed. So there's no comfort.
I may as well be laid on the bed, and it makes me feel quite sick. It also seems to push my head down, so I feel like
completely flat.
I'm blocked up. I feel, you know, I'm not breathing nicely.
It's like you haven't even got a pillow there.
Horrible.
So you would be folding it over, you'd be putting your arm underneath, then you get a dead arm, and you'd be adding a second or a third pillow. So let's show you straight away the difference.
Take it away.
And we're going to put out the medium soft option from Mirelle first of all. First of all, look at the shape difference. You can see how it's completely full, and it'll fit all your standard pillowcases and pillow shams that you've got at home. It doesn't flatten down. Even with the weight of Hayley's head on there, the pillow doesn't go flat. The nape of the neck is completely supported, and it slightly elevates the head, so your head's in the right position. It's not just if you're a back sleeper. If you're a side sleeper or a front sleeper, you still get these fabulous benefits from Mirelle.
And it does. You can feel that beautiful support. I feel like my head, I do sleep on my back, and I just feel my head's in the right place. I feel like I'm breathing clearer. I've got that right body alignment, and it's so comfortable. And that's the medium soft. So this is fabulous, but this wouldn't be my personal choice. I would go for the medium firm, which is all the same technology. It's just got a 20% more fill-in. So if you're used to having a higher pillow, this is the right one for you.
That's exactly it. 20% more filling inside the pillow. All the technology's the same. You've got the crisscross design in there, the suspension system. You've also got the breathability. It's 100% cotton on the outside.
You can feel the quality.
Feels luxurious. It really does. Really crisp cotton outer that you've got there. You'll see a little Union Jack on the label there. That's because everything is made here in the UK as well. From the outer to the filling to the packaging, everything made in the UK. So you will get 2 pillows for $34.99. You've just got to choose whether you have medium soft. If you like a softer pillow, go medium soft. If you like a firmer pillow, that's the one that Hayley's laid down on right now, the medium firm. That is in the lead at the moment.
It's absolute heaven.
All about the suspension system that's inside there. That's why you have this fabulous pillow that just performs for everybody. We are getting busier and busier on these. 385857 is the item number. There you see the technology and the story behind it. Well, it's quite a sad story. The man who invented Mirelle and GX pillows, it was all to do with a story that happened to his daughter,
to do with his daughter, yeah, and it's a sad story. It has got a happy ending, but he was a parent and his daughter was at university, and it was one of those situations, those horrible situations where he was woken up in the middle of the night, silly o'clock in the morning, with a phone call, and his daughter had been knocked over by a car walking. She'd been knocked over, and she had been airlifted to hospital. She was in a coma. She was extremely poorly. She did get better and she did eventually get home, but when she got home she spent very much a year in bed, rehabilitating, recovering, and so she was living in bed. She was sleeping, reading, working, watching TV, trying to study in bed. And her dad obviously just wanted to do something. She was so uncomfortable and she was so, obviously she just wanted to get back to being normal. And he was like, is there something I can do? And she said, can you just get me? She said, can you get me a decent pillow? I just can't get comfortable. Whatever I'm doing, whether I'm sleeping, whether I'm reading, whether I'm sat up, whether I'm watching TV, I can't. Every pillow just seems to flatten down. However many pillows I've got, I want some proper support. He's like, gosh, yeah, of course I can. So he went out on a mission and he bought, I would say, virtually every pillow he could find. And he went from the most expensive, from the top-end department stores, to the most affordable, and tried all these different pillows, and no pillow worked. They all did the same. They all flattened down. And he was a cabinet maker, actually. He was an engineer. He was about to retire, really. So he was quite inventive, and he was like, well, what can I do? How can I design a pillow that doesn't flatten down? So in the end, he started ripping all these pillows to pieces, and he was like, well, I understand why they flatten, because every pillow very much is the same. It's got a different filling, it's got a different outer, but they're all a sack with a filling, and it's always going to flatten. That filling will always flatten down. So he was trying to work out what could he do, how can he stop that, the filling from flattening. And he had one of those light bulb moments, really. He was walking home, he walked past a property, an old property, and it had the lintels, the crosses on the house, supporting the bricks to the house. So the bricks didn't, fall away, it's just supporting the wall. And he was like, I wonder if I could do something like that in a pillow. Would it stop the filling from flattening down? And that's exactly what he did. So the painted ties that we show you are actually, the idea from seeing the lintels on the house. They're slightly shorter than the pillow itself. They're not purple or pink and you don't see them, but you feel the incredible way that they give you this great support to your head and your neck, but they stop the pillow from actually flattening down. I mean, such a clever idea. And he's never been able to retire because though the idea was for his daughter, who's very well now and got a daughter of her own, and she was like, at last, she'd got a pillow that would support her. His mum was then like, you can't just make it for her.
Got to make one for me.
I've got loads of pillows in the roof that don't work. I want it, and that's what happened. And that's how the GX pillow, because it's under the GX brand, that's how it all started.
It's such a great price. It's a show special. It's reduced for the show down to $34.99 for a pair, remember. If you like a softer pillow, go medium soft. If you like a firmer pillow, go medium firm.
And don't forget as well, GX pillows, they actually design the Mirelle pillow for us exclusively. So it allows us to have the same technology as the GX pillows, but we can get really fabulous prices. And if you go onto the GX website, which you can get a pair. They do the same. You can have a pair of pillows, medium soft or medium firm. Normally, they're $79.98 for a pair. They have got an offer, so they're $59.99 at the minute. You've got that same technology. You've got those same materials, but actually from $79.98 to $59.99 down to $34.99. For our TV exclusive. It is a show exclusive deal, so only this price for the show.
Just comes under the Mirelle brand. All the composition exactly the same for you. So 385-857. We've got some great reviews actually to talk about when it comes to the Mirelle pillow. Carol says, I adore it. This is far more than a luxury pillow. It's absolutely hands down the best pillow on the market in my opinion. In one night it got rid of horrid neck pain. Now we never make any claims. These are people's personal experiences. So that was Carol's experience. It helped change how I felt the next morning. I adore it. Thank you. Should be an infinite stars option. I woke up in such a good mood and it stayed cool. Best pillow ever. Alex James, that's who Haley was just talking about, the inventor. Alex James is a genius. So that was Carol. Evangeline says, lovely pillow. We'll never have any other. If you're thinking of getting one, don't hesitate. Just do it. And here's what Jim had to say. I bought Mirelle pillows a while ago and they are the most comfortable pillows I have ever bought. So much so, I am buying another set for my niece's birthday later in the month. I've tried so many pillows over the years, but this is the best I have bought. We're so busy on these now. Remember, it is a show special. Ken and Jody said, I bought the Mirelle pillow because me and my wife were suffering neck pain. Again, we don't make any of these claims. These are people's personal experiences. We bought every pillow money could buy and they didn't work. But Mirelle didn't disappoint. We had the best night's sleep we'd had in years and now we sleep like babies. I would definitely recommend the Mirelle pillow to anyone.
And there's nothing worse, is there? If you haven't got a good pillow, so often it does seem to affect the neck, doesn't it? I can wake up, I hate laying flat, I hate pillows flattening down, but I can wake up with that really horrible neck, and you've got that horrible neck all day. When you've got proper support, not only for me does it make a difference when I wake up in the morning, it makes that difference all night long, because giving you that real proper support that won't flatten down, it's going to give you that better night's sleep. You're not waking up because you need to puff the pillow up because your neck feels funny. You're folding the pillow over, you're putting your arm under the pillow. For me, I sleep sounder because I'm comfortable all night. And you'll love the fact that when you lift your head off that pillow, it plumps itself. It's a pillow that's always going to look great on the bed, but because of the technology inside, is always going to help you as well get that better night's sleep with that comfort. Breathability as well. They've thought of everything. Now, we're busiest on the medium firm. The choice is yours. There's a medium soft option. You do get a pair. Or a medium firm option. You do get a pair. Don't make it more complicated than it is. I think we know if you like to snuggle into a pillow, you're the medium soft. If you're like me and with regular pillows, you normally have 2 or 3, you like a bit of height, go for the medium firm. The only difference is there's 20% more filling in the medium firm. So same technology, you've got the painted ties, you've got the breathability, you've got the same materials. So you've got a pillow that will work for you all night long, sleeping on your front or your back or your sides, but it's just up to you whether you go for the medium soft option or the medium firm. So
385-857 is your item number. It is a show special, remember, so if you want to get hold of these at the reduced price, now's the time to confirm your order. You're already shopping in your dozens for our collagen supplement.
And we haven't got that many dozens.
No, we don't now. We've got the last of the stock. It was back in stock just the other day, but we've already lost about 40% of the stock we've got remaining.
So it could sell out this morning. Most of you multi-ordering, which is a great way to buy a collagen supplement. ERC for us is our #1 collagen supplement. And if you're thinking, why should I take collagen? Did you know that your body, when you're born, is full of collagen? I think we know it's in creams and injections, but actually it's in your skin in abundance. You know, children, babies, they're so...
bouncy
skin's
skin.
Just adorable. And they're full of collagen, but also their bodies are full of collagen. It's virtually the glue that holds your body together. So your ligaments, your bones, your muscles. And sadly, from your early 20s, as we sadly start to age, you start to deplete in collagen. And visually, and when you see the chart, the graph, and this is a lady's chart, but men, you don't get away with this, you depleting collagen as well. It's just as a lady in our 50s, our graph goes down a little bit lower, a little bit quicker. But you start to see that lack in collagen. You start to find your skin goes saggier, so you get the droopy jowls. You get those nose to mouth lines seem to get deeper. The lines, the wrinkles, the sagginess on the underarm area. You know, your skin isn't as firm as it used to be. But also in your body, you start to feel old.
It's when you start to make those noises when you get out of bed. Oh, oohs and ahs.
Getting up from gardening, yeah, getting out in bed in the morning.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, what's happened? And that is that depletion of collagen.
Yeah, and so it's not just age that adds to the depletion. Things like bad diet, high sugar diet, it could be sun exposure if you're a smoker. They all add to collagen depletion. So if you're losing collagen, you can replace it with a collagen supplement, and that's what this is all about. The benefits you can see from having a collagen supplement.
It's getting that balance back, isn't it? If you're losing collagen and it's making you look and feel old, doesn't it make sense to take it to fill the tank back up to get that balance back? And though we say results may vary, can you imagine getting any of these? Less aches and pains in muscles and joints, firmer skin, so again your skin not looking so old, not having those hanging droopy sort of jowl areas or that underarm skin that we don't like. Stronger hair and nails, though we always encourage you to buy more than one bottle because it's a supplement. The longer you take it, the better the results, or the optimum results will be seen. Lots of people noticing just one bottle, stronger hair and nails. And I always say there should be another little circle there because there should definitely be energy. So many people say it gives them energy. So a top tip is to take it in the morning.
First thing in the morning, straight out of the fridge. It's so tasty. It's sugar-free as well. And the other great thing is if you're already taking lots of capsule supplements, it's a liquid, so it's quickly absorbed and it gives you the perfect amount, 10,000 milligrams per serving. Now, we're very lucky to work with a lady by the name of Diane, who comes from ERC. She brings us great skincare, but she also tells us why so many people love this collagen. Diane joins us. Now, your background is beauty. You were a beauty therapist for a number of years, and you still are, really.
Absolutely. So, background, yes, all about beauty, anything to do with skin and health and how we can treat the body and really look after the largest living organ. I mean, simple as.
Liquid collagen has blown me away.
Liquid collagen is, now we originally started to develop this just for skin, and then we had the benefits of it's amazing for not only skin, but for hair, for nails, and for joints. So if you think about collagen, we know over 70% of the body, of the skin, is made up of collagen, but over 30% of the protein in the body is collagen.
Gosh.
And we'll deplete that year after year after year.
So that can be your joints, your ligaments.
Your joints, your ligaments, your tendons. Collagen is the building block of everything within the body.
And this is the depletion we're talking about.
And we see ourselves as we age, but we feel as we age as well, don't we?
And it might be something as simple as, you know, a roll over in bed isn't just a quick flip, or a get up from the couch isn't as easy as what it used to be. You go for a walk and you feel a bit stiffer, or you exercise and it takes you more than a couple of days to recover. So this collagen is great because it literally, you are going to take one shot per day for 10,000 milligrams of collagen.
Now that's important, the dosage,
that's huge, absolutely. So really, there's lots of other collagen brands out there. Some of them might be 4,000, 5,000, 8,000. This is 10,000 milligrams and it's only one shot. Wow. That's the other beauty. And it's in a liquid formulation.
And it tastes great.
And it tastes great.
It tastes great. I've got mine in my fridge. It tastes amazing. Every morning my body wants it.
Absolutely. And when you don't take it, that's when you know, don't you?
Isn't it amazing?
I find I'm more tired. So, out and about a lot. If I miss a day or two, it's amazing how I notice my energy levels start to decline. But when I take it regularly, every day, one of these bottles will last you 3 weeks, 20 days, and a 25 ml shot each and every day.
Okay.
But for me, it's part of my morning routine. Wake up, open the fridge, out comes the milk for the coffee, out comes the collagen's taken, the kettle's on, it goes back, and I'm done. And it's the simplicity of it that is beautiful.
It is that super boost. Now, when it comes to advanced liquid collagen, it is about all those results. The flavour is gorgeous, but it's going to help with things like skin, hair, nails. There's so many benefits.
Absolutely. And this is the way, you know, topically, we're great at sort of working on the face area, maybe the hands, but we're not as great with the body skin, okay? This treats literally from the top of your head to the tips of your toes in 125ml shot.
Because we notice the difference under our arms, don't we, as we age? our legs at top of your knees.
Exactly.
What goes on?
The texture changes, the skin changes. You're losing those fatty acids. The collagen is depleting. So this is a super simplistic way. Take one shot each and every day. And it's the 25ml. That's what gets me. It's that one little baby shot. The measuring cap comes literally as your measure. So the cap comes, it's included. Take one of those, but you are treating from up here down to the base of your tippy toes.
That's incredible, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Beauty from inside out, but it's not just about your skin and your hair and your nails, it is about your joints as well. I've got mum onto this, she's in her 80s, her next birthday she's 86. It's never too late, is it, to make that difference?
It's never too late. I have a neighbour of mine who calls it his magic potion. Joe is 86 and he's like, I've run out of the magic stuff, Diane, where is it? And his wife Margaret, she's about 82, Margaret comes along, you got any magic potion? I've got magic potion for you. But I think it's that whole, if you find that you are feeling a little bit more stiff, if you just don't feel that you've got the energy you used to have, or maybe you're trying to recover from an operation, you know, sometimes, or you've been on like meds for lots of years, and sometimes your body just needs that boost. This is a great way, a healthy way, because it's packed with type 1 and type 3 collagen, so they're the most prolific and abundant in the body naturally. It's also got the gorgeous hyaluronic acid in there. Now, we love that for skin, but we also love it for joint mobility and motion. We've then got things like vitamin C. We've got B4, B5, B7, B6, B12. It is absolutely packed.
They're all vitamins we hear constantly our bodies should have, aren't they?
Totally. So all the vitamins are packed in here. We need obviously the vitamin C to help it get all around the system. But we've then got things like biotin. So with your hair, if you're struggling with fine hair, lots of breakage, perfect. If your nails feel really, really weak, I mean, I've laughed now, my nail girl is like, not again. Every 2 weeks she's like, do they need cutting again?
Why are they growing so quick?
Because they're growing so quickly, and she's literally like, no gel on you, you can only have polish these days, because it's just like, it's a super thickness. So it really is about, it's about strength, it's about sort of helping to repair and rebuild what's natural in the system through one single shot a day.
One single shot, of course, the optimum amount of collagen, and also those other fantastic sort of multivitamins. And if you could just get some of these, one of these benefits, we always say individual results may vary, but just one of these results, less aches and pains in muscles and joints. Yes, please. Firmer skin, getting rid of the sagginess to the jowl area.
That bounce back you want.
Getting rid of those, perhaps you know, those really deep lines and wrinkles, because you're getting a little bit firmness back to the skin. Lots of people notice a difference in their hair and nails, and of course we were talking about why that is. It's all down to those ingredients, but the best thing is it's really easy to take. It tastes fantastic, so it's not another capsule that you've got to try and fit in. And get into the habit, because I always say there should have been another circle on that last sort of full page you saw, saying energy. Lots of people say it gives them energy. So if you can get in the habit of taking it first thing in the morning, and we like it cold out the fridge.
Yeah, it's really tasty. So $29.99 is the massively reduced price, pretty much half price. If you are multi-ordering, you'll only pay one postage. So the longer you take it, the better the benefits.
Yeah, it's a supplement, and should warn you, 40% gone, thundering towards 50% of that stock. So, oh no, actually, that's already the 10%.
It's happened.
Over half the stock that we had left is sold out and gone. Came back in stock, I said last week, but it was only a couple of days ago, actually, I think. Days ago. And the majority of the stock went in that very first show. We've got what's left of the stock, so grab it whilst we've got it available. We always try and get it it back in stock as soon as possible because you don't want to run out of it once you start taking it. But that stock is absolutely flying, so grab it whilst it's there.
A great price there, but we've got to remind you of our first show special.
Really, isn't it? So, yeah, another product that could really help with your everyday is a good pillow.
Yeah, the pillows that you sleep on can make such a difference to the way you sleep. If you want a pillow that keeps its shape, that holds its shape, it's got a really clever design, the Mirelle Pillow. This crisscross design that you see here, we've put it on the top, but it's actually in the middle of your pillow. Those crisscrosses are slightly shorter, so it means that you won't have to plump your pillow.
Never flattens down.
So it holds its shape.
So often a flat pillow wakes you up. You put your arm under the pillow, you fold the pillow over. Perhaps you're forever taking a pillow out, putting a pillow back because you just can't get comfortable. This gives you that instant comfort, great support for your head and your neck, but it never flattens down. Those painted ties make sure that the filling will never just flatten. So it's always a plump pillow. However you sleep, front, back or sides, if you move through the night, it self-plumps. When you take your head off the pillow in the morning, it looks like a brand new pillow. Beautifully made. Beautiful materials.
Yeah.
They've thought about breathability
100%
as well.
cotton outer. It's got an organza strip at one end of the pillow, so it means when you move around, hot air can expel, cool air can get back in. So you won't constantly be looking for that cool spot on your pillow. It keeps that shape that you see there.
It's comparing it with a regular pillow when you really appreciate what the Mirelle Pillow is all about. A regular pillow, I think we've all done it. You lay down, you feel like you're laying on the mattress. There's no support for your head. You wake up with that funny neck in the morning. Mirelle, you can see how it lifts your head beautifully. Like it puts your body in the right body alignment. I can breathe better personally because my head feels like it and my neck feels it's in the right position, helping you get comfortable and getting a good night's sleep and having that good night's sleep all night long because your pillow, your bad pillow, isn't waking you up because you've got a good pillow. Now, you are getting a pair for $34.99. You can go directly. These are under the umbrella of GX Pillows. And if you go to their website, they're doing the same offer as us. They're doing a pair of GX Pillows, normally $79.98, but they've got an offer on of $59.99. You are getting that same GX technology, the same, exact same pillow,
same build, yeah.
Under our brand name, which is Mirelle. They developed Mirelle exclusively for us, which allows us to get an even better price. So rather than $79.98 or $59.99 a pair for $34.99. Show special, only this price for the show. So much stock already sold out and gone. I think the trickiest thing is not whether to buy them or not, because, my goodness, we all want a good night's sleep and we all fall out with pillows, don't we? It's choosing which pillow to go for, but actually that's easier than you think.
Yeah, you've got two different options when you go through. You've got medium soft, so if you prefer a softer pillow, just go medium soft, or you've got medium firm. If you prefer a firmer pillow, go medium firm.
Yeah,
what lots of people tend to do is go for a pair of each.
Yeah, you can.
Because the medium soft are great to snuggle down into, and the medium firm are great support. So if you like to sit up in bed, or you like a bit more support, it's just 20% more filling in the medium firm. But lots of people go for a pair of each. 100% cotton outer, breathability, they feel great, but they're also going to give you that amazing support. So multi-order, you only pay one postage.
Yeah, remember you can split the cost as well with PayPal on our website, but change the way you sleep. That's what they've done for these pillows for so many people. Over the years that we've worked with GX and Mirelle, my goodness, so many of the crew, the presenters, sleep on a GX pillow, because out of all the pillows that we sell, it's been the pillow that's been right for them. And remember, these are under the umbrella of GX. It's just called Mirelle as a TV exclusive for us here on Shop on TV. But grab them whilst the stock is there, and whilst we've got the price, because it will go back up in price after the show.
And something else that we've got on a show special for you is this fantastic G3 Ferrari Stardust Defender mattress vacuum, but it's not just a vacuum, and it's not just for mattresses. This is such clever technology. You'll use this on mattresses, on sofas, on upholstery. It's got amazing technology in here. Now, you've got paddles underneath there that beat the surface 12,000 times per minute. The reason they do that is they bring all the nasties to the surface, and then the power of the vacuum sucks them up, and then you've also got a UV light that kills those nasty things.
Yeah, the nasty things we're talking about, things like dust mites, the dust mite eggs as well. That's why it beats down to make sure it lifts those, disturbs them. And then with the great suction, you are picking up, but the UV light is helping to kill bacteria, kill the dust mites. Perhaps you've got pets and they've slept on the sofa and actually they've brought a few friends in and you can't get rid of that itching. You've got those horrible fleas and things. Vacuum that area with your mattress vac. It's much more than a mattress vacuum. Perhaps you've got a second-hand sofa and it's never felt clean. It always feels second-hand car and the seats have never felt clean. You clean the outside, you clean the dashboard, but the seats always feel a little bit caravan. You can't put those, you know, the seats and things into the washing machine, but this allows you to sanitize
deep
those
down
areas.
Clean, isn't it? That's the great thing. You can see it being used in lots of different ways. It's got a really long cord on there, 5-meter cord that you can see. You've got the lights on the front there, but when you see inside what it collects,
and you will collect, you'll be amazed what comes out of your mattress.
Amazed, not in a good way.
No, not at all. And that HEPA filtration, of course, catching all the finest things. Perhaps you have allergies, and it's great as well for collecting things that can upset you with your allergies. Really easy to clean everything. You can wash the actual dust container, you can wash the HEPA filter, but also you can clean the actual brush head as well.
You can see how easy it is to take apart for cleaning. There's the HEPA filter that we're talking about. If you do want to get a second HEPA filter, they are also available on the website. It's a great addition because you can clean the filters, just wash them, make sure you air dry them, but it'll mean you'll always have a filter on the machine ready to go.
I think virtually everybody that's ordering is putting that extra HEPA filter into their basket because, of course, you can split that cost over 3 payments, so you hardly notice a difference, but then you've always got the spare.
Really simple to use as well. That's the other great thing. Just a touch of a button, that turns it on and you're ready to go with all that technology that we talk about, the suction, the UVC light and the paddles bringing all those nasties to the surface of whatever you're cleaning.
Do have a look on the internet what can live in your your mattress for a start, and you will understand why I think every home needs one of these. It'll actually make you itch, honestly. But do watch this next clip, because I know when we first heard we'd got a mattress vacuum, we're like, a mattress? Why do you need a mattress for you? Why do you need a different mattress?
So many reasons.
Vacuum for your mattress. What? Oh my goodness, we did our first show and we're like, oh my word, everybody needs this. And I think this clip will prove exactly that.
Bev, let's get started with all that technology we've got.
Absolutely, because it's not, as I say, just a vacuum.
No.
And I think you do, when you get it, you know, you look and think to yourself, well, I could go and lift my big vacuum on the bed and just give it a quick vacuum. Yes, but the thing is, your big vacuum hasn't got UVC light.
Now, that's,
you know,
that's the technology we're
exactly. It's not ultrasound either, so therefore it's not getting rid of all the allergens that's inside there. Now, how it works, the UVC light, what it will do is it disrupts the structure of the egg, of the mite, or of the bedbug.
Right.
So therefore it just can't hatch out.
So it doesn't ever grow.
It doesn't ever grow, just can't hatch out. So consequently, you're doing it humanely, if you like. You're not using any pesticides, because what happens is they become really resistant to a lot of pesticides.
They build that resistance.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So therefore, the pesticides then have to get stronger and stronger and stronger till they get to a point where it's going to start and damage fabrics. And more importantly,
I wouldn't want to, sleep in an environment where you've used things like that. Or even sit in an environment where you've used things like that.
Exactly, which is not doing you any good or the environment. So they've had to develop a way to be able to get rid of these things without having to use pesticide. So basically, we're going back to the old ways, if you like, to UVC, which will totally disrupt the DNA of these animals and the eggs. But you can't see UVC. You can see UVA and you can see UVB, but you can't see UVC. It's not on the human eye spectrum.
So how do we know it's working then?
Well, they've decided to be able to put something on to tell you. Now, I want you just to have a look at this at the back. when I switch this on, okay? Now, as soon as it gets into contact with the surface you're asking it to clean, the UVC light comes on.
So that's all the technology.
That's all the technology. Take it off.
Oh, clever.
Put it back on, it comes back on. And that tells me now that the UVC light is working and it's helping to get rid of those bed bugs and those dust mites. Now also you have 12,000 vibrations per minute. So in other words, you've got 12,000 vibrations that's doing this to every surface that you've got, because they don't just lay their eggs on the
so they could be deep in the mattress, deep in the sofa.
Exactly. So it needs to be brought to the top.
It's a bit like when we used to throw a mat over the line in the garden, and we used to beat it, didn't we, with the broom, and all the dust had come out. It's doing the same sort of thing.
It's doing the same thing, and you could never do 12,000 beats per minute. No. But this can, and that's what it's doing. So it's getting deeper into whatever you're asking it to clean.
Bringing it all to the surface.
Bringing it to the surface.
But then when it gets to the surface...
There's two things on that, okay? Now you've got UVC, which I've explained, but also you've got the ultrasound. Now what ultrasound does, it attracts dust to it, and it also helps to get rid of the allergens. So that's pollen and things like that, dead skin cells. It attracts to it. It's like a magnet, if you like, pulls it in. Now it's not only vibration, it's also suction.
And it's powerful, isn't it?
Powerful.
Super powerful.
Yes. So it's all right vibrating this and bringing it to the surface. You then need to take it away, basically. So this is why they give you the suction. So it's taking it away. Now, it doesn't matter if I'm using it in that direction, or I want to do the soft furnishing and tip it virtually upside down, or the bed head.
I often think about bed heads in hotels. Or if you bought a second-hand bed, that's somebody else's bed, someone else's dead skin cells.
Absolutely. And that's what happens. You know, you can also do around the base of the bed. You can do your chairs. You could do your curtains if you wanted to.
The back of the car seat, if you bought a caravan, the caravan seats. Sometimes you buy something second-hand and it looks great, but then it always feels like a little bit, I don't know, a little bit unclean. And you can't put those things into the washing machine, but it's giving it a deep down clean.
It's giving it a deep down clean, but not only is it giving it a deep down clean, it's actually doing something to what it's picking up. So therefore, because like in a lot of things like pet fleas and all that lot, they'll hatch out again, you know, after a certain time. But this, as I say, actually alters the DNA structure. So consequently, that stops that from happening. And you've not had to breathe in any unwanted chemical. Now there's one other thing on here as well. Because the very nature of it being electric, it creates a small warmth around the machine from the motor.
Right.
So what they've done, they've actually utilised this heat by it's like a dehumidifier. So the moisture that lives within your fabrics, because when you've been to bed,
that's interesting.
It dries the actual moisture as well. Because wherever you sit or lay, you produce moisture.
You sweat, don't you?
You sweat, exactly. So therefore, you can actually help to dry. So it's utilising that all the time. Now, let me just do this chair a second, because I've done very briefly the mattress, and we've just done a little bit of the bed board and also of the pillow. So I'm just going to have a look just to see what we've collected.
I loved what you said a little bit earlier to us. Bev was saying a friend said, "Oh, I don't think I need one of those," and then she took it home, she borrowed it and saw what came out.
Bev says, have a look what you'll find. Because she had a cleaner, this lady, and she could not believe what came out of her mattress that she thought had been cleaned, you know, quite frequently.
I just got a piece of white card just so you can see it. So I'm not...
What's in there, Bev?
Oh, it just makes me itch.
Gosh.
And when you do look what can live
that little bit
in your mattress, and if you have got pets, they bring in all sorts of itchy bits and pieces.
Look how fine that is.
That's how fine that does.
And that's that HEPA filtration that's picking up the fines and keeping them in there.
Yeah, that's all washable. That's your other little HEPA filter. Oh dear, look at that.
Oh, look at that.
Oh, it does make you itch, doesn't
horrible,
it? Oh, and if
isn't
you
it?
go on the internet and look at what can live in your mattress, think about what your pets bring in, all those itchy friends. But what you must do is check your basket through if you do want that. Really busy, and it is a show special, and that means, sadly, after the show, it will go back up in price. If you're watching on +1, we'll honour that price, but you must check your basket through as soon as you possibly can, because it is going to go back up in price.
All these deals, easiest way to find them is on the website, shopontv.co.uk. We've got 2 show specials. We've got the mattress vacuum and we've got the Mirelle pillows. Go to the live bug that you see there. Scroll down, you'll see all the products that we've got available for you. Something we've just got to remind you of, if you've got it in your basket, is our collagen supplement. My word, this has been really popular again. 2/3 of the entire stock gone there. It's just $29.99 for a liquid collagen supplement. So many of you have got them in the baskets, but it's not yours until you check
And
out.
it is our best-selling liquid collagen, and what collagen is all about. It's about getting balance back into your body. When you lose collagen, sadly, you start to look and feel old, because collagen is virtually the glue that holds your body together. So it's in your skin, it's in your bones, your ligaments, your muscles.
Yep.
And sadly, as you lose collagen, and you start losing collagen from early 20s. We've got a ladies' chart. You guys don't get away with this. We show you the ladies' charts because we do lose a lot more in our 50s, so the graph goes down a bit quicker. But you visually see this. You see the lines and wrinkles on your face. You see the sagginess to your skin. You get the droopy jowl area, or perhaps it's your neck, the deep nose to mouth lines. But you feel old. You know, when you get out of bed or a low chair and you think, gosh, your body's not set.
You make those involuntary noises, don't you?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh.
And that is you losing collagen. So it makes sense to try and get the balance. But if you're lacking in iron, you'd take an iron capsule. So if you're losing collagen and it's making you look and feel old, to take collagen to get that balance back.
And when you do, the benefits that you can see, and well, we always say individual results vary, but some of the benefits you can see here: less aches and pains in those muscles and joints, firmer skin, could be stronger hair and nails. It's a gorgeous flavour. It's sugar-free. It's natural berry flavour. It's got great ingredients like hyaluronic acid, lots of vitamins in there, and it's quick absorption. And the other thing to point out is it's 10,000 milligrams per serving.
Yeah, so it's that right amount, like the optimum amount of collagen. So you know you're taking that right now in one capsule, one tasty capsule. I would say every morning, because lots of people mention it gives them energy. But do think about the other vitamins. There's vitamin C, there's hyaluronic acid, there's vitamin B's, vitamin D. So you've got some key ingredients, like a multivitamin. And I think that really helps to add to the benefits that you see with it. We always say multi-order, and the reason we say that is it's a supplement. The longer you take it, the better those results. So majority of people order at least 2 bottles, 3 if you can. That would give you your optimum sort of results. And of course, when you spend over £30, it also allows you to use PayPal on our website. And of course, you've got such a discount. But stock-wise, 70% now the stock's sold out and gone. We always try and get it back in stock as soon as we can, but we do struggle to have this all. And you will notice when you're not taking it.
Yeah, that's when you do
those
notice.
benefits that we were talking about.
Now, we've got to get back to our pillows. If you're thinking, can a pillow make a difference to the way I sleep? We would say most definitely.
I think nearly everybody would, because how many pillows have you bought? And why have you changed those pillows, thrown those pillows
over and
out?
over again?
Why have you got pillows in the roof or in cupboards that you don't use, or you've put them in the spare room? Because we don't get on with them. We wake up with that funny neck. Our pillow wakes us up through the night because you're puffing it up, you're folding it over, you're putting your arm under a pillow. We've at last got a pillow that won't flatten down, that won't let you down.
Yeah, it's all about the design here, patented design. Now, you see this crisscross design. We've popped it on top of the pillow to show you what's actually inside. It's in the middle of the pillow. It's great because of the job it does for you. When we say suspension, that's exactly what it does. It stops your pillow from going flat, so you're not folding it over. You're not adding a second pillow or a third pillow. This suspension system is a patented design, and it's designed to replicate that feel of support and comfort. Those two things that you really want from a pillow are there in abundance when it comes
all
to
night
Mirelle.
long, whether you sleep on your front, your back, your side, it never lets that pillow flatten down. And if you held your pillow up right now like that, would it do that? Would it stay so plump and beautiful? It looks great on the bed, but it is when you put your head onto this pillow, you'll really appreciate how it helps you get that better night's sleep, because if you're comfortable, the odds are you're going to sleep better. You might sleep that little bit longer. Now, we've got two options of the pillow. You get a pair, whichever option you go for. You can go for the medium soft. So if you like to snuggle into a pillow, go for that softer pillow. But if you're like me, and usually with a regular pillow, you have at least 2, sometimes 3. If you like a little bit more height, go for the medium firm. All the technology, the materials, everything is the same. It's just the medium firm has got 20% more filling, and that is the most popular at the minute.
When we show you this pillow against a regular pillow, and we got Hayley to lay down on a previous show on just an ordinary pillow against the Mirelle.
It makes me feel sick looking at that ordinary pillow. I'm virtually completely flat. So for me, my head doesn't feel in a good position. I feel I can't breathe properly. It actually makes me feel poorly being completely flat. I need that lift to my head. Have a look at the Mirelle pillow, how it has lifted my head. It's supporting my head and my neck beautifully. I could feel I could breathe better. I felt like my body was in the right alignment. But it doesn't, you don't have to sleep on your back, sleep on your side, sleep on your front. However you sleep, it's going to work for you. And you can see the difference to a regular pillow. And we've just got a really cheap pillow from perhaps, you know, well, it was.
Well, it's one of those budget value pillows that we got just to show you.
So many pillows are exactly like that, and we use 2 or 3, but they all flatten down. That's like a miserable, wet, horrible day. This is like the blue sky.
The sun's come out.
The sun is shining. There's just the odd white cloud. And just it makes you think, oh my goodness, heaven.
And we should show you the difference if you actually lay down on the pillows, because with a pillow like this, like you saw in that picture, there's just no support. So it's like you're laying flat to the bed. Not only is there no support, it doesn't elevate your neck, it doesn't support underneath the neck as well as the head.
I wake up with that funny neck, and that funny neck you have all day, don't you?
Can't
You just
move
don't
properly.
feel like you can move properly. This, to me, is torture, because I hate laying down completely flat, and that, though Sean's trying to puff it up a bit.
I've tried to get the filling in the middle, but there's a big gap.
Are you ready? Am I close? It's just, there's nothing. I feel like my head is like
flat to the bed.
And if I lay on my side,
So it's not good for your breathing to be completely
not at
flat
all.
either.
It's not good for my head. It makes my head feel funny. Makes me feel quite giddy, actually, because I'm just completely... I'd need at least 4, I think, of these. You'd be putting your arm under it, you'd be folding it over.
Another one.
It's not for me, that. Not for me at all.
Do you want me to take that one away?
Please, yes.
OK. So we'll show you the medium soft option first of all. And as soon as I put it down, before Hayley even lies on it, when you see the difference, the loft to the pillow, and what you don't have to worry about is this pillow going flat because of that suspension system that's in the middle. So as Hayley lays down and gets comfy, you can see the pillow doesn't flatten. You're not going to have to fold it over. You're not going to have to put your arm underneath. You can see that Hayley's neck is slightly elevated, as is her head. So the breathing, it just feels so much better, doesn't it?
I feel I can breathe better, absolutely. I think you can hear it in my voice as well, because my head was very much like that. Whereas now I feel like I can breathe better. It's super comfortable if you sleep on your back, which I do. However, if you sleep on your side, it's going to work exactly the same, supporting my head and neck just beautifully, not flattening down. This is the medium soft, so for me, this isn't my choice, but if you like a softer pillow, this is the option to go for. But that same technology for me is in my favourite, which is the medium firm. There's 20% more filling, so you'll see, I think, it just gives me, because I normally would have 2 or 3 pillows, gives me that little bit more of a lift.
Yeah, elevates slightly more.
Yeah, for me, that is perfect. 1 pillow, perfection.
And you can see, as a back sleeper, it's brilliant, but it's not just for back sleeping. Side sleeping, if you're someone who sleeps on their front, brilliant as well.
Because it supports the head and neck beautifully, whatever position you're in, and it does that all night. And if you move through the night, perhaps for part of the night you lay on your back, then you lay on your sides, then you lay on your front, it will always plump itself back up.
As soon as you lift up.
However you lay,
it will work for you in that position.
It's also wherever you lay on the pillow as well.
Yes.
If you lay to one side, lots of people sleep on this side all screwed up, but right to the edge of the pillows. It doesn't matter where you sleep on that pillow because it stays evenly filled across the pillow, and that crisscross design that's in there means that every time you move, it just self-plumps. If we go from that medium firm back to that original pillow, you're not going to like this. Going back to that pillow, you can see you just become part of the pillow, really.
It's horrible. Absolutely, it makes me, and you can hear it again in my voice. I don't know what it does, but it's not how we're meant to lay. We're meant to have that support for your head and the neck, and I just haven't got it at all. That I would need at least 4 of those.
And there's your medium firm back. Again, it's like, as soon as you lay down, you can see the softness, but you can also see and appreciate the support that you get from a pillow like the Mirelle. You are going to get 2 of the same option for $34.99. So 2 pillows, whether you go medium soft or you go medium firm, it's completely up to you. If you like a softer pillow, go medium soft. If you like a firmer pillow, go medium firm. But that crisscross design, that suspension, which is patented, and we should explain to everyone at home why this was invented.
Yeah, well, I say it's a nice story. It's not really a nice story.
It's a happy ending.
Yeah, it's a bit of a sad story, really. But the gentleman that developed this pillow, he was actually an engineer. He was a cabinet maker, and he was a parent, and he had one of those awful phone calls in the middle of the night, silly o'clock in the morning. And his daughter was at university, and she'd been knocked over by a car. She was walking. She'd been knocked down by a car. She was airlifted to hospital and she was in a coma for a long period of time. She's fine now, by the way, and had a daughter of her own. But when she actually eventually did get home, she was bedbound for about a year. So she lived in bed. You know, she ate, she slept, she watched TV, she tried to study again, all in bed. And her dad was just desperate to do something to make things a bit better for her. And he was like, you know, what can I do? And she says, well, you just find me a decent pillow. She says, I'm not comfortable. They don't give me any support. They just, however many pillows I've got, they just all flatten down. Can you just get me a good pillow? And he's like, absolutely. So he went out and he must have bought every pillow he could find. And he went from the most expensive pillow in a top, you know, West End department store in London to the most affordable and everything in between. But they all did the same. They all flattened down. He was like, you know, what is it? What can I do to make it a pillow not flatten? So in the end, you know, his mind was working. He ripped lots of these pillows apart, and he was like, of course they're always going to flatten down, because though they're different pillows and different prices, they are all a sack of a material and a filling of some sort inside, and they're always going to flatten. So he was like, how can I stop that happening? And he couldn't think, but then he had one of those light bulb moments. He was walking home one day and he looked at this house and it had the crosses, the lintels on the house. And he was like, oh gosh, if that's supporting the bricks to the house. I wonder if I did something like that in a pillow, whether it would support the fill-in to the pillow and stop the pillow from flattening down. So he tried it and it worked. And that's where GX Pillows began. Originally, under the umbrella of GX Pillows is our Mirelle Pillow. But that's where the company began. He was about to retire, but when he got this pillow and gave it to his daughter was like, oh my goodness. And then his mum was like, you can't just make it for your daughter. I've got so many pillows that don't work at home. And you were seeing that. You were seeing the crosses that you saw on the lintels. They're in the middle of the pillow. You won't see them, but you really will when you put that head on your pillow. Appreciate what they do, how they give you this great support, and they never let that pillow flatten down.
They keep that shape. Two options, remember, medium soft or medium firm. The medium firm you've absolutely loved today. If you are going for the medium firm, it's just 20% more filling. All the technology's the same. To remind you, it's 100% cotton on the outer. This is the second generation of the Mirelle pillow, so 100% cotton outer. At one end of the pillow, you've also got this organza strip. That means it allows the pillow to breathe so you don't overheat. It's designed to allow air to circulate. So hot air can get out, cool air can get back in, so the air circulates throughout the pillow. It even feels luxurious because of that cotton finish.
And it looks great. It's a proper pillow. It's going to fill your pillowcase properly, no floppy edges, and it's always going to be plump. And though visually that's going to look great on the bed, it is what it does for you night after night. And for so many people, it changes the way you sleep. It's such a clever idea that you're seeing how it doesn't allow that pillow to flatten down. That pillow will always give you the best and the most comfortable support for your head and your neck, whether you sleep on your front or your back or your sides, but that pillow will never flatten. So you're not waking up because your neck feels uncomfortable. You're putting your arm under the pillow. You're folding the pillow over. How many times, perhaps you start with 2 pillows, then you pull one pillow out, then you put another pillow back. You're getting a disturbed sleep. For so many, it's changed the way they sleep because they're comfortable all night. They're getting a better night's sleep. They're staying in that deeper sleep because that pillow is working for them. And
you are getting 2 for $34.99. 385-857 is your item number. If you want to go for these, the price is brilliant. It's a show special. You can use PayPal Pay in 3, $13.31 on your first of 3 interest-free payments.
And don't forget, the company is GX Pillows. And you could go and buy these exact pillows under the name of GX. Mirelle is GX, but they've developed Mirelle for us here on Shop on TV. So there you go. You can choose. You can go for your medium firm or your medium soft. Normally $79.98. They have got an offer on $59.99. You have got the opportunity to get those pillows with us under the name of Mirelle for $34.99. Incredible saving, exceptional value for money, but remember the deal is only for the show. If you're watching on Plus One, we will honour the price, but sadly they will go back up in price. So it's a show special and you are loving it. We all need a good night's sleep. You're investing in yourself, honestly. A good night's sleep, a brighter, for me, brighter, happier, more with it person that next day. But health reasons, have a look at the health benefits of getting a good night's sleep, and a pillow can make that difference.
It really can. And a pair of pillows so you don't have to fight over them either.
Absolutely.
So 385-857, your item number there. We've got to remind you, it'll probably be the last time that we remind you of our ERC collagen supplement. If you've seen collagen supplements out there on the market and if you thought, oh, I wonder if I need a collagen supplement. The great thing about this one is it's a liquid collagen, so it's quick absorption. It's 10,000 milligrams per serving. But if you're thinking, do I need collagen? Because I think there are a lot of misconceptions out there when it comes to collagen.
We think collagen is in creams, it's in injections, and it's good for our skin.
And it is.
Well, actually, collagen, when you're born, we're full of collagen. It's in our bodies in abundance. It's in your skin like you wouldn't believe. You know, a little plump baby, lovely little skin. It's all like firm. And it's in our bodies as well, our bones, our muscles, our ligaments. But sadly, as we age, and we age with collagen from our early 20s, collagen starts to deplete. That's when you look in the mirror and you start to see that different sagginess to your skin, the droopy jowls, deeper nose to mouth lines, the lines and the wrinkles, because that firmness has gone to the skin. But also you feel old when you get out of bed and things, you know, and you just think, oh gosh, you're getting out of a load, you're getting up from gardening, oh my word, and you feel old. So if losing collagen is making you look and feel old, doesn't it make sense to take collagen to fill that tank back up, to actually get that balance back? And
that's what you do with a collagen supplement. That reduction in collagen, it happens naturally. There's lots of other things that add to it, but aging is the first thing from our mid-20s, not just in women, in men as well. The other things that add to it are things like bad diet, high sugar diet, smoking, UV exposure to the sunshine, if you like the sun like we do. So all of these things add to depletion. So we need to level it out. We need to balance it back and bring the collagen back. So that's why you take a collagen supplement.
And why not take the tastiest of collagens?
Tasty.
Not more capsules, one tasty
Capful, of a liquid collagen.
Gives you just that right amount. And so many people see so many great benefits from using ERC's collagen. Now, remember, you have got your 2 types of collagen. You've got hyaluronic acid. You've also got vitamin C, which works with collagen beautifully. You've got vitamin D's and B's, which are really great vitamins to take. And can you imagine actually seeing results like you're seeing on the screen? And we can't, obviously, we say results may vary, but can you imagine having less aches and pains in your muscles and your joints? firmer skin, so you look in the mirror and you're looking younger.
They're all yeses. Yes,
Stronger hair
yes.
and nails. So many people notice a difference in hair and nails in just one bottle. We always...
My nails grow so quickly.
Oh my goodness, so quickly.
Had to cut them again today.
Yeah. And we always say buy more than one bottle because it's a supplement. The longer you take it, the better those results. So, and lots of you doing that. But stock-wise, we have just gone limited stock. We are down to just 10% of the stock that is available. But actually, every bit of stock we've got is in people's baskets. So I think after this clip, there'll be more people ordering than stock is available. Check your basket.
Yeah, if you want to make sure you get it, if you've got it in a basket and you're just about to hit checkout, please do if you want to make sure you get it home whilst we've got it back in stock.
So you can still keep ordering, even though we've got already
you can
more
jump
people
the queue.
ordering than the stock is available. It's the first people to order and check out. So if you haven't seen the true benefits of ERC's collagen, I think Diane should tell you exactly why this is something you should pop into your basket.
Diane joins us. Now, your background is beauty. You were a beauty therapist for a number of years, and you still are, really.
Absolutely. So, background, yes, all about beauty, anything to do with skin and health and how we can treat the body and really look after the largest living organ. I mean, simple as.
Liquid collagen has blown me away.
Liquid collagen is, now we originally started to develop this just for skin, and then we had the benefits of it's amazing for not only skin, but for hair, for nails, and for joints. So if you think about collagen, we know over 70% of the body, of the skin, is made up of collagen, but over 30% of the protein in the body is collagen.
Gosh.
And we deplete that year after year after year.
So that can be your joints, your ligaments.
Your joints, your ligaments, your tendons. Collagen is the building block of everything within the body.
And this is the depletion we're talking about.
And we see ourselves as we age, but we feel as we age as well, don't we?
And it might be something as simple as, you know, a roll over in bed isn't just a quick flip, or a get up from the couch isn't as easy as what it used to be. You go for a walk and you feel a bit stiffer, or you exercise and it takes you more than a couple of days to recover. So this collagen is great because it literally, you are going to take one shot per day for 10,000 milligrams of collagen.
Now that's important, the dosage, isn't it?
That's huge, absolutely. So really, there's lots of other collagen brands out there. Some of them might be 4,000, 5,000, 8,000. This is 10,000 milligrams, and it's only one shot. Wow. That's the other beauty. And it's in a liquid formulation.
And it tastes great.
And it tastes great.
It tastes great. I've got mine in my fridge. It tastes amazing. Every morning my body wants it.
Absolutely. And when you don't take it, that's when you know, don't you?
Isn't it amazing?
I find I'm more tired. So, you know, out and about a lot. If I miss a day or two, it's amazing how I notice my energy levels start to decline. But when I take it regularly, every day, you know, one of these bottles will last you 3 weeks, 20 days, and a 25ml shot each and every day.
Okay.
But for me, it's part of my morning routine. Wake up, open the fridge, out comes the milk for the coffee, out comes the collagen's taken, the kettle's on, it goes back, and I'm done. And it's the simplicity of it that is beautiful.
It is that super boost. Now, when it comes to advanced liquid collagen, it is about all those results. The flavour is gorgeous, but it's going to help with things like skin, hair, nails. There's so many benefits.
Absolutely. And this is the way, you know, topically, we're great at sort of working on the face area, maybe the hands, but we're not as great with the body skin, okay? This treats literally from the top of your head to the tips of your toes in one 25ml shot.
Because we notice the difference under our arms, don't we, as we age? our legs at top of your knees.
Exactly.
What goes on?
The texture changes, the skin changes. You're losing those fatty acids. The collagen is depleting. So this is a super simplistic way. Take one shot each and every day. And it's the 25ml. That's what gets me. It's that one little baby shot. The measuring cap comes literally as your measure. So the cap comes, it's included. Take one of those, but you are treating from up here down to the base of your tippy toes.
That's incredible, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Beauty from inside out, but it's not just about your skin and your hair and your nails, it is about your joints as well. I've got mum onto this, she's in her 80s, her next birthday she's 86. It's never too late, is it, to make that difference?
It's never too late. I have a neighbour of mine who calls it his magic potion. Joe is 86 and he's like, I've run out of the magic stuff, Diane, where is it? And his wife Margaret, she's about 82, Margaret comes along, you got any magic potion? I've got magic potion for you. But I think it's that whole, if you find that you are feeling a little bit more stiff, if you just don't feel that you've got the energy you used to have, or maybe you're trying to recover from an operation, you know, sometimes, or you've been on like meds for lots of years, and sometimes your body just needs that boost. This is a great way, a healthy way, because it's packed with type 1 and type 3 collagen, so they're the most prolific and abundant in the body naturally. It's also got the gorgeous hyaluronic acid in there. Now, we love that for skin, but we also love it for joint mobility and motion. We've then got things like vitamin C. We've got B4, B5, B7, B6, B12. It is absolutely packed.
They're all vitamins we hear constantly our bodies should have, aren't they?
Totally. So all the vitamins are packed in here. We need obviously the vitamin C to help it get all around the system. But we've then got things like biotin. So with your hair, if you're struggling with fine hair, lots of breakage, perfect. If your nails feel really, really weak, I mean, I've laughed now, my nail girl is like, not again. Every 2 weeks she's like, do they need cutting again?
Why are they growing so quick?
Because they're growing so quickly, and she's literally like, no gel on you, you can only have polish these days, because it's just like, it's a super thickness. So it really is about, it's about strength, it's about sort of helping to repair and rebuild what's natural in the system through one single shot a day.
Now, with super limited stock, 20 more people ordering than stock is available. You can still order and check out, though, and just imagine possibly getting some of these benefits. It's getting that balance back in your body, and taking a liquid collagen like ERC could help with less aches and pains in your muscles and joints.
It could help with firmer skin or stronger hair and nails. We're not sure when we're going to get this back in stock either, so if you do want to make sure you get it, now is the time to confirm your order.
And it's tasty, it's sugar-free. We always advise you to take it in the morning because lots of people say it gives them energy as well. For us, it's our #1 collagen. And as I said earlier, always order, if you can, more than one bottle, because the longer you take a supplement, the better those results. But my goodness, when you run out, and you'll never want to run out, that's when you really appreciate just how good collagen and ERC's collagen is, because all of a sudden you look in the mirror and think, oh, I'm looking tired. You start feeling old and you think, what's up? Like, I've run out of collagen. So do multi-order if you can.
And you can still add it to your basket if you want to jump the queue. 460114, it's your item number. First people to check out will be the ones to get it. Our show special on our pillows you have loved once again. This is a pillow, and if you're thinking, can a pillow make a difference to the way I sleep?
Yeah.
It makes a huge difference.
We blame so many things on a bad night's sleep. You know, I can't switch off, my mind keeps ticking. But actually, if you're comfortable, you're going to fall to sleep. And though we talk about mattresses, how often do you wake up because your pillow's gone flat? You're putting your arm under the pillow, you're taking a pillow out, you're putting a pillow under, you're puffing a pillow up. A pillow can make such a difference. And the GX pillow, which Mirelle is under the umbrella of GX, for so many people, has changed the way they sleep.
When you look at this pillow that we've got in the front, this is just to show you what the design is actually inside. It's called a suspension pillow. So this crisscross design is in the middle of your pillow, and this is why it's so important. What this is showing you is that as you move around, the pillow self-plumps, so the filling moves with you. That's why that crisscross design is so important.
It means the pillow will never flatten down. You'll never be in that situation where your head's flat, that you need another pillow, that you put your arm under the pillow. However you sleep, on your front, on your back, on your sides, it's going to work for you, supporting your head and neck just beautifully, but never ever flattening down. And though it's going to look fantastic on your bed because it is this beautiful, plump, great looking pillow, it is when you put your head onto that pillow, you appreciate those patented ties. You'll never see them, but you will feel how they support your head and neck beautifully all night long. Now, you've got a choice. There's a medium firm and there's a medium soft.
Yeah.
And you get a pair of medium firm or medium soft. Don't let it be complicated, because it's not. If you like a softer pillow, if you like to snuggle into a pillow, go for the medium soft. if you like a firmer, if you're like me, if I bought a regular pillow, I would always have to have 2 or 3 pillows to get the lift that I wanted. If you like a fuller pillow, go for the medium firm. Exactly the same technology, materials, it's just that the medium firm's got 20% more filling. And remember, price-wise, only this price for the show.
If you're sleeping on an ordinary pillow, a regular pillow, maybe a budget or a value pillow, something like this, this could be affecting the way you sleep at night and disturbing your sleep.
That's like a miserable day, isn't it? That's like a rainy, wet, miserable day. This is like the sky is blue, the sun's shining, there's the odd white cloud, and you just can see the absolute difference. And I know one of our pillows is completely a value pillow, but so many pillows do exactly that. If you lift your pillow now, I bet it flops at either side. This is going to stay plump, and it's going to stay plump and support your head and neck all night long. Price-wise, you've got an incredible deal, because GX Pillows, they're a brand, and we'll tell you the story behind GX Pillows. And Mirelle is under their umbrella. They developed Mirelle as a TV exclusive for us, and it allows us to have a little bit of a better offer.
A great price.
Yeah, you could go to GX and you could buy these pillows in a pair, the same. Normally $79.98 for a pair, but they have got an offer, and they've got them at $59.99. However, you are in the position to get those pillows under the Mirelle at $34.99.
Same composition, same ingredients, if you like, 100% cotton outer. This is the second generation of Mirelle. It's got that breathability on the end. There's an organza strip that runs throughout, so hot air can get out, cool air can get back in. It means it's designed to help with overheating, so you're not always looking for the cool spot. It feels beautifully soft, but we should show you the difference it makes when you lay down on a pillow like this against the Mirelle pillow. So Hayley is going to lay down at the end of the bed.
Makes me feel a bit sick just thinking of laying that pillow. I don't know if anyone's like me. I hate laying completely flat. My mum, it's her nightmare trying to get the support she needs through the night. And pillows like this, there is no support. This pillow isn't supporting me.
Not at all.
Whether I sleep on my front side,
you're pretty much flat to the bed. It's not lifting your head at all. If you lay on the side, it flattens to the bed. If you lay on your back, all the filling in that one has moved to either side of the pillow.
And I feel like my head's just not. I'm not in the right position. I feel like I'm blocked up. I feel like I'm a bit choked.
Well, you're completely flat.
Horrible.
So nothing's elevated,
No.
so it's not going to be good for your breathing while you're sleeping.
No, don't like it, don't like it.
So let's show you the difference straight away with the pillow. Before you lay down on it, you can see the shape difference, how it holds its shape. Massively busy now. You've got to confirm your orders, whatever you're shopping for. As Hayley lays down on this, you'll see what a difference that makes.
That is heaven. I'm in a really lovely position. I've got great support for my head and my neck, but really, really comfortable. I feel I can breathe better. I feel like my body's in the right alignment. And that's me sleeping on my back, which is how I sleep personally. However, you might sleep on your side, and on your side, still giving you that great support to the neck and the head. And that, for me, absolute heaven. For me, this is the medium soft, which is lovely, and that might be the right choice for yourself. But I'm medium firm because I like that little bit more of a lift. So if you're like me and you often have a couple of pillows, 3 pillows, you like a little bit of a firmer pillow.
It's a bit more elevation as well, so...
This is my absolute heaven.
And it doesn't go flat. Even when Hayley pushes her weight down, you'll see it still holds the shape there at the top. The neck is the head is elevated and the neck's supported underneath the nape of the neck, but it doesn't go flat. This is the great thing. You're not going to fold that over. You're not going to need a second pillow.
Don't even need to plump it up because it plumps itself. And if I lay on my side...
As soon as you lift your head up, it bounces back to its original shape. So you can see the comfort, but you've also got the most immense support. The Mirelle pillow in the medium firm, it just has 20% more filling inside there, so it's a little bit plumper, but all the technology's the same. 100% cotton outer, breathability, that crisscross design that is inside there gives you that pillow that never flattens down. And you can see however Hayley lays down on their side, front, back sleepers, it works for all. And if you want to use PayPal Pay in 3 for a pair of pillows, remember the price on screen is for 2. It's not for 1, it's for a pair of pillows for $34.99. That works out at $13.31 if you use PayPal Pay in 3 if you're paying online. Both of them come under the same item number, medium soft or medium firm. 385857 is that item number. And when you see that crisscross design once again, you see what's inside the pillow. This is the technology we're talking about, and this is why you have such great support.
Such a clever idea, an idea that's got a story to it actually. It's all about making sure that the pillow doesn't flatten down, and the crisscrosses, they're painted ties, and it's exactly what they do. They stop the filling from flattening. And the reason it was developed, the GX pillow, Mirelle is under the umbrella of the GX company. The gentleman that designed them was a dad. He was actually a cabinet maker, he was an engineer, he was about to retire. But his daughter was at university, and it was one of those awful situations where the phone rang at silly o'clock in the morning, and his daughter had been knocked over by a car walking home. She was very poorly, she was airlifted to hospital. She's fine now, and she's had a little girl of her own, but she was in a coma for a period of time. And when she eventually got home, she was bedbound for about a year, recuperating, getting her strength back, and of course she was living in bed, so she was sleeping, eating, watching TV, trying to study. And her dad was desperate, like any parent would be, to do something to try and just make things a little bit better. He's like, what can I do? And she was like, please, can you just get me a decent pillow? I'm just so uncomfortable. Whatever I'm doing, I'm not sleeping well, I'm uncomfortable when I sit, and all the pillows just seem to do this, they just flatten down. He's like, gosh, of course I can. So he went out and he bought, I would say, every pillow he could find, from the most expensive pillow in the West End department stores to the most affordable, everything in between. Took them all home, and they all did the same. They all flattened down. And he was like, what can I do? He was creative. What can I do to stop these pillows from flattening? And he ended up ripping loads of pillows apart, and he was like, well, I don't know what I can do, because actually all these pillows, even though they're different prices, they've got a different outer, they've got a different filling, they are all the same. They're sacks with a filling, and that filling, it's always going to flatten down. And he was like, I don't know how I can improve a pillow. And it was one of those light bulb moments, one of those moments that it was just by chance. And he was walking home one day, walked past a property, an old building, and he saw the lintels on the house supporting the bricks to the house. And he was like, oh my goodness, if they're supporting the bricks, I wonder if I did something like that in a pillow, that it would support the filling and it would stop the pillow from flattening down. And that's exactly what he did, and that's exactly what the Mirelle pillow does for you. It will never flatten down. You'll put your head on this pillow, it'll give you great support for your head and your neck, but it will never flatten. You'll never be in that situation where you're puffing the pillow up through the night, you're putting your arm under the pillow, you're getting another pillow. You'll never see those painted ties. They're not purple, they're not pink. They're in the middle of your pillow, but you will feel the benefit of them. Such a clever idea, and it truly does work. And for so many, it's changed the way people sleep. It's allowed them to get that better night's sleep every night of the week. It's so important to get a good night's sleep, and though we blame everything for reasons to not sleep.
Yeah.
My mind won't switch off, I'm thinking too much. If you're comfortable, you'll nod off. And there's so many things that make you uncomfortable. A mattress, for one. But how often do you wake up with that funny neck? How often do you wake up
when you can't move
under a pillow? Yeah,
you can't move properly. This is a pillow that can make such a difference because of that technology that Hayley was talking about. But for me, the fact it looks great on the bed, that shape of that pillow doesn't change. It'll fill those pillowcases, whether they're Oxfords, whether they're housewife pillowcases, so they look great on the bed. But when you lay down on there, you get exactly what you want from a pillow. You get the comfort, which is what you want when you snuggle in, but you also get great support because it never goes flat. You can see as soon as I lift my weight from the pillow, how it just bounces back into shape.
And that just doesn't happen with pillows, does it? And for so many people, it has changed the way they sleep. If you're comfortable, I really believe this, you're going to get to sleep quicker. and you're going to sleep longer. And that's what these pillows have done for so many people. And I would say over all the years that we've sold pillows, the majority of crew, presenters, staff that are here in the shopping channels, so many sleep on GX pillows. Remember, Mirelle, it's developed exclusively for us from GX.
Yep.
If you went to GX Pillows, you could buy these pillows and you'll find they do a pair. They do a pair of medium soft or medium firm. And their regular price is $79.99. Oh, no, $79.98. I do apologise. However, there is a special on at the minute and they're down at $59.99. You are buying those same pillows, the same material, the same ingredients, the same technology. But with us here on Shop on TV, you've got them at $34.99. This is a show special. If you're watching on +1, we will honour the price, but it will go back up in price. And if you have to buy it from GX, you are spending at the minute £60, just under £60. You're getting the same from us, $34.99.
Just a different label.
Yeah, just a different name. Mirelle is our exclusive from GX here on Shop on TV.
So 385857, you can order on the phones or you can order on the website. The website is the easiest way for you to order. Go to the live show and scroll down. You'll see our YouTube feed there. You can click and subscribe and watch all of our previous shows. There's the Mirelle Pillow. When you go through, if you've never shopped before, it's really easy. When you go through, you just choose your option as you scroll down there. It'll give you an option of medium soft or medium firm. The medium firm is massively in the lead tonight. Then just go through, buy now. Once you've done that, it'll take you through. You can either register as a new customer or you can check out as a guest. It's completely up to you. Now, before we leave the website, oh my word, a collagen supplement. There's literally a handful remaining, and half a handful.
Yeah, I was going to say there's hardly a handful really. It's not going to be long until there's just one. You desperately, if you want it, need to check your basket out.
And so many more of you trying to order than we've got stock
Doesn't
remaining.
mean you can't order it. It is the first people now to order and check out that will get it, but it is really down to the next couple of people that order and check out. And it is a collagen that we sell out of time and time and time again. It's our favourite and your favourite collagen supplement, and it's all about you feeling better about yourself. Collagen is the glue that holds your body together. So as it depletes, you start to see lines, wrinkles, sagginess to the skin. You feel it in your body, you feel old because it's in your bones, your muscles, your ligaments, and you deplete collagen from your early 20s. And we see a ladies graph, it's the same for the guys. It's just a lot quicker for the ladies in their 50s. Sadly, that does create that visual looking old and that feeling old. So it just makes sense to take collagen to get that balance back, to look in the mirror and perhaps look a bit
That's
fresher.
what it's all about. Lots of younger people actually do what they call collagen banking. Before the depletion happens, they start taking collagen supplements, so it evens out before you lose it.
If you were lacking in iron and someone said take an iron capsule, you think, oh gosh, that makes sense. If you were thirsty and someone said, do you want a glass of water? You're like, oh gosh, yeah, that's going to stop me being thirsty. So if you're losing collagen and it's making you looking old, look and feel old, doesn't it make sense to take collagen to get that balance? But you do need to check out. We are virtually sold out. There is, I said it'd happen, there's one left. So it's the first person to order that and check that
Only the
basket
lucky one.
through. Honestly, it's something for so many. The benefits for so many are incredible with ERC's collagen. So we're talking, and these, we always say individual results may vary, but less aches and pains in muscles and joints, firmer skin, so getting rid of that sagginess to the skin, helping to those lines, the wrinkles, the deep nose to mouth lines. If the skin is firmer, it's going to look fresher and younger. Lots of people notice stronger nails and hair in the first bottle. We always say multi-order, which you can't do at the moment because there's only one of them. But honestly, for so many, it's funny, it's when you run out of collagen that you really appreciate what it's doing for your body. When you look in the mirror and you think, I look tired, You get out of bed, I feel old. And you think, oh gosh, I've run out of collagen. Never run out. So do check your baskets out. We will try and get stock.
Oh.
We will try and get stock back as soon as we can.
It's all gone. It's sold out, I'm afraid.
So congratulations.
Yeah, well done if you get it. And we'll try and get it back as soon as we can because you love our collagen supplements. Something else you've loved tonight is our show special on the Mirelle pillows. When it comes to pillows making a difference to the way you sleep, I would thoroughly say, from me, it definitely makes a huge difference to the pillow you sleep on. And this is clever technology because it has a crisscross design in the middle of the pillow. It's a suspension pillow, so it never goes flat. It never flattens down. You'll never have to fold it over. You'll never have to add a second pillow because this, as soon as you lift your weight off it, it plumps itself back up.
Such a clever design, and those painted ties you never see, but you feel the benefit and you feel the comfort of how it holds the filling. You feel the support to your head and your neck and this amazing comfort, however you sleep, front, back or side. But that pillow, this is the true benefit, doesn't wake you up. Does your pillow wake you up because it's gone flat? You're putting your arm underneath it, you're folding it over, you're getting another pillow. How often do you pull a pillow out, you put a pillow back, you're waking up through the night, you're plumping the pillow up? You'll find this pillow never needs any care and attention through the night because it stays plump. Even as you move, it self-plumps as you take your head off the pillow and it supports your head and neck all night. And I truly believe that if you are comfortable, you get to sleep quicker and you sleep for longer. And for this pillow, for so many people, it's done exactly that. It's changed the way they sleep. Very clever idea, and I just think it's one of those things you think, oh gosh, why didn't someone think of this years ago? It makes sense. And it was an engineer that actually developed it, and he saw his daughter was poorly. She was rehabilitating in bed. She was housebound, or bedbound, I should say, for about a year after a really serious accident. She was knocked down by a car at university. She was airlifted to hospital. She was in a coma for a period of time. She's fine now. But her dad was an engineer and he was a cabinet maker at that point, and he was about to retire at that point, but he's not retired now. But he said to his daughter, is there something I can do? Because she was just, she was so uncomfortable in bed. And she was like, can you just get me a pillow that does what it should do? I'm uncomfortable when I sleep. I'm uncomfortable when I sit up. And she was sleeping, eating, living, studying, reading in bed. She says, can you just find me a pillow? And he said, of course I can. And so he went out and he bought every pillow he could find, from the most expensive from the West End department store right down to the most affordable and everything in between. But none of them did what she wanted. They all flattened down. And in the end, he was, his mind was like, what can I do? How can I make a pillow not flatten? So in the end, he took loads of pillows to pieces. And he was like, well, they're always going to flatten. Because though they're different prices, different materials, different fillings, they are all a sack with a filling that will always flatten down. And he was like, I just don't know what I can do to get a pillow that doesn't. And then it was one of those light bulb moments. He walked past a property, an old property, and it had the lintels on the house, the crosses on the house. And as he walked past, he was like, hang on, those lintels, they're supporting the bricks to the house. I wonder if I put something like that in a pillow, would it support the filling to the pillow so the pillow doesn't flatten? So he got home, he started creating the pillow, and he ended up creating the GX pillows. Mirelle is under the umbrella of GX. And he found what was going to solve the problem for his daughter. And that was a pillow that did support her whether she was sleeping, whether she was sitting up, whether she was reading, whether she was watching TV in bed. It was a pillow that never flattened down because he put those painted ties inside the pillow. And you'll never see them. They're not purple, they're not pink, they're in the middle of the pillow. So visually, they're not there, but actually you'll feel the benefit of those painted ties, giving you beautiful, comfortable support to your head and your neck all night, whether you sleep on your front, your back, or your sides, but never flattening down. So not that miserable pillow, that wet, miserable day. It's not going to be a good day after sleeping on that.
And that is a cheap value pillow. We've gone out and found.
So many people have got those.
Yeah, and so many people sleep on these, so you fold it over where you don't have much choice.
You have 2 or 3, but they still flatten down. You fold them over, you put your arm under them.
And we could quickly show you that before the end of the show, the difference, yes. With this pillow, first of all, if Hayley lays down on that one, and again, I try and push the filling out so it's even, but as soon as you sit down or lay down on that pillow, you go bang into the middle.
It makes me feel, so uncomfortable, makes me feel sick. I feel like I'm choking. I don't know why, it's just horrible.
Well, that's what it does. It constricts you, doesn't it? If you lay onto your side, you'd be folding that pillow over.
I still feel like I'm being choked, really.
Well, you're pretty much flat to the bed, aren't you?
Horrible.
So we take that one away and we show you the first configuration with Mirelle, the medium soft filling. You can see the difference in the shape of the pillow straight away, but you can also see how Hayley's head is elevated slightly, how the nape of the neck's filled in, how the pillow doesn't flatten, even at the edges there, it holds its shape. We are still getting busier and busier. Remember, this is a show special price-wise. If you want to get this price, it's reduced for the duration of the show. If you're watching on +1, just check the stock is remaining. If the stock's still there, we will honour the price. Now, that's the medium soft option. When you go through, you'll get a pair of them, medium soft, but the difference between medium soft and medium firm when it comes to Mirelle is 20% more filling in that medium firm that you see there.
That is my pillow. Medium firm, just a little bit more of a lift, and that's allowing me to breathe properly. I feel I'm really comfortable. My body's in the right alignment. I'm instantly comfortable.
Yeah.
And that is, for me,
and you can see it, you know, you can see the difference in the way you lay down there. It's not just for back sleepers, side sleepers, front sleepers. The great thing with the Mirelle is the way it cradles your head, the way it fills in the nape of your neck that you can see there. If you want to use PayPal Pay in 3, you can. If you're paying online, $13.31 on your first of 3 interest-free payments. If you're thinking about that technology again, it's about that crisscross design that is in the middle of the pillow. The middle of that pillow has that great crisscross, which means every time you move, the filling that's inside there moves with you.
And it can make that difference to your night's sleep. If you're not sleeping well, if it's your pillow, it flattens down, you plump it up, you fold it over. This pillow's been designed to give you support all night long. The price you see on your screen, it is from the GX brand, and Mirelle is made exclusively for us, but you could go and buy this from the GX brand. GX, they have a pair, like us, pair of medium soft or medium firm. Normally $79.98, they have an offer on at $59.99. You are getting that same pillow, the same materials, the same technology, but you're getting it at $34.99. But that clock on your screen, it is only this price for the show. Like Sean said, if you're watching on +1, we'll honour the price, but it will then go back up in price. So please check your baskets through and sleep well.
And you've also got the finest quality, remember, 100% cotton outer. You've got that organza strip at the end of the pillow, so it allows for breathability. So if you struggle with overheating with your pillow, they've tried to address that as well. But that bounce back every time, doesn't matter how much weight is down on that pillow, it instantly bounces back. So just choose which option you want to go for, medium soft or medium firm.
And let that pillow support you. Let that pillow be a good pillow all night long. And if you're comfortable, how often do you wake up with a funny neck? How often do you wake up because your pillow's gone flat? If you've got a comfortable pillow that will support you all night long, I truly believe you get to sleep quicker and you're going to sleep for longer. And that's why so many people say the GX pillow changed the way they sleep. But remember, the deal, it's been a show special, which you've loved. You need to check that basket through. You're investing in yourself. Go on the internet and put in as a good night's sleep, good for my health.
What a difference.
Oh, my goodness. We know when you're deprived of sleep what a different person you are and how you feel, drained, miserable, low. Have a good night's sleep, and I truly think a pillow can make that difference. And
you can still get the price if you check out right now. Again, we've got lots of you with these in baskets. Please confirm your order and check those baskets out. Show special price will go up. We'll honour the price on our +1 channels if there is stock remaining.
Yeah, it's been great to have your company. You'll be glad you switched on. Perhaps you're up because you're not sleeping well. So get the Mirelle Pillow and sleep well. See you later.